What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Most Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Talk to me, baby. How we doing today? It's
good.
game week, baby.
I'm feeling comfortable.
Super comfortable, actually, man. We got these little spinny
What
rolling
would you
things. Huh?
consider these, like barber chairs?
So, I think that's a fair assessment right there. Whatever they are, they're a lot more comfy. I tell you that.
Yeah, because we had, those are folding chairs. They had some cushions on them, but
They did.
these are layered a little bit better.
Yeah, those other ones, man, they were kind of like, well, actually, they weren't kind of like, they are wrestling chairs, actually, from Pittsburgh, too. This would have been 2015, I think it was. WWE obviously came here. I take my little one, KK, well, she's not my little one anymore. She's the oldest of the group. But yeah, we took her out there, had the little commemorative seats, and they were cool. They served their purpose, but
I was going to say, they didn't use those for stunts, did they?
Nah. But these are way more comfier, baby. And when it's game week, sometimes you got to break out the big dogs like that, man. It's one of them things, baby. It is one of those things.
Yeah.
Not just new chairs. We got new logos, new intros. Like we got new merch, man. Today is that day.
Yeah.
We got announcements, jam-packed show, new segments, new sponsor as well for the show. I mean, it's one of them vibes, man. I'm low-key hype, baby. I'm low-key hype.
New but an old friend.
That's a fair way to put it. New but old friend. Yeah. But great friend.
Yeah,
Great
exactly.
Absolutely. Shout out to the homies over at DraftKings.
Glad to have him back.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, we wouldn't want it anywhere else, would we?
No, not at all.
All right.
How do we want to start this thing? We want to hop in the chat?
Well, initially I was thinking hop in the chat because, we always do our check-in before we, get the festivities rolling. But we obviously had some very, very heavy news that happened over the weekend, man. A passing of a great man, a person that we all have been impacted by and valued to a higher, to a big level. So I figured we would start, just reacting to the news of Tunch Ilkin passing away. And then from there, we'll get this thing rolling, man. So, I'll go first, I guess. But, I mean, it's very disheartening, right? You hear about him having ALS, not even a whole year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, for him to pass away as fast as he did, I mean, it's very, very heartbreaking. Me knowing him personally, knowing the people that, work with him on a day-to-day basis, guys like Craig Woodley, knowing how they're feeling, how they're hurting, his wife, Karen, just thinking of her, man, like it's definitely heavy on me, man. But at the same time, I think of like the positive with him because with Tunch, he was always a positive person, right? Always a guy that was, going to think about how we can always improve, right? You never left his presence. Or you never left having a conversation with him feeling down or feeling less than when you got there. And when I thought of that, I mean, for me, I was like, man, I need to take this to my everyday approach. I mean, even though I already do, I was like, I got to do it even more though. And it timed up for me in the weirdest way where I get the news right before I'm about to go to the booth Saturday to do JMU's game. And I'm just like, man, this is crazy. I share my thoughts a little bit in the video that I posted. But I just remember like emotionally just all over the place because, I mean, I shared with you even before the JMU opportunity when it was the Steelers opportunity and how because of our relationship, me and Tunch I'm talking about, and his imprint on me with that, how at times I'm like, man, I'm excited about it, but it was a little weird as well, man. But as a whole, man, just a great dude, awesome guy, man. I hate the fact that he's gone, but at the same time, happy that he's no longer suffering. And when you think of, like I said, just the impact, the legacy that he has left, man, it's just one of them things where you hope that you could have that type of impact when you pass away.
Yeah. No, you could see the legacy and people giving their thoughts and prayers and talking about him so much that day whenever he passed, whether it was on the local news, you even saw it on ESPN, people bringing it up.
NFL even having it out there as well, man. It was huge news, man.
That just goes to show the impact because you think Tunch Ilkin, you think more local Pittsburgh, but that was hitting national news. Yeah. People all around the NFL were definitely impacted by that. Yeah. And it goes back to what you said, like for me, whenever I've met him a couple times because one of my buddies, he used to play back in the 80s with the Steelers. He was on the offensive line, Tunch helping him out and everything. Every time I meet him, same thing. He'd always give me his full attention, listen to me, ask me how I'm doing, seeing if he could help in any way. It just sucks, man. You're right. I mean, it's just like a part of life and goes back to what you said. You just do your best to improve and go off of that person's legacy and remember that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think like that's how you honor a guy like Tunch, right? You don't come in and be sad and depressed. Not saying that, it's not a time to grieve, because 100% it definitely is. I mean, this is a guy that, he touched a lot of us, whether it's you listening to the games and you hearing him commentate, or like I said, for me, just our personal relationship as well. I mean, you definitely go through that. But when I think of Tunch, I'm just like, I know how he is. I know he would want, to keep it upbeat, to keep it going like that. So, I mean, even in the midst of it all, that's what we're going to do. But, definitely want to spend a little time talking about him and just kind of reflecting on him. And anybody in the chat, man, if y'all have any, stories or something like that y'all want to share about Tunch, man, we'll definitely read those off as well, man. But he was one of those guys, man, just an awesome dude on, off the field. I mean, you talk about, you said your friend or whatever that he was hoping in terms of his O-line work. I tell the story all the time about I'm rehabbing. This is 2015 season. And the whole time I'm in there rehabbing, he's working with Al Villanueva. At the time, Al was not good. Like, I was having to improve it, But Tunch showed him a little technique where he traps a guy's hands down. He just knocks his hands down so you couldn't do a bull rush on Al, because that's what he struggled with. And literally, man, you see Tunch teach him this move, and every day they would just be in here. They would walk 100 yards left, 100 yards going back right. Tunch shoot his hands, Al just smack it down. I'd be like, yo, this is so boring, so stupid. Until I went out there and we're working in OTAs and I go to do my bull and he does that chop and we fall flat on the face. I'm like, bro, what was that? You've never done that before. What is this new move you've created? And from there, you see how well Al played after that, how he really became a guy that got paid multiple times now. But Tunch was a big person in his development. Being able to see that firsthand, I mean, like, that's just crazy when I think of it, man.
Yeah. Now in the chat, I'm getting a lot of rest in peace to Tunch. I'm looking for if someone's got like a little story. I did see something where they said they met Tunch. Here it is. Yeah. Chaz Vitor. I chatted with Tunch the next to last training camp day at Heinz Field. Great guy. Rest in peace. And then, yeah, I'm seeing a lot more. Just rest in peace. Looking for any more stories, but not seeing anything else outside of someone complimenting your shirt.
Oh, no doubt,
A couple people, actually.
We're going to get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Did you read off Chad Schrader? I know he just popped in after one of the shirts.
Yeah, I see it at the bottom now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did get that?
No. I see it. I could read it if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead, read that one then. Yeah,
Deke and Arthur, I met Tunch 10 years ago at Steelers Fan Blitz, and I got a signed photo from Tunch. Awesome dude.
Nah, that's dope right there. Respect
and
that,
you
man.
could see that not only from him, but across many people's social media. Like, if you were a Steeler fan and you ran into Tunch, a lot of people were posting pictures of them with him, and they were sharing very similar sentiments. Like, oh, man, it was a blessing to meet you. You're a really nice guy. Impact me, even though it was just for like a small portion. I recognize that joy and that hope that you bring to life, and I want to carry it out. That's what a lot of people have been saying.
And the thing that's crazy to me, too, is a guy that was as successful as he was as a player and as a commentator. I mean, you talk about being a part of a Super Bowl broadcasting, like that's big time. Granted, it was part of the team, but still, like, to get that opportunity. But you think about how humble he was. Like, I don't think I've ever come across anyone to say, yeah, Tunch didn't give me the time of day, or he act like he was a big time guy, like anything like that. Even though he had every right to do that, you just never got that with Tunch. Though he was always just
that's actually a really
super humble guy, man. Super humble.
Yeah. Because if there were any people out there that were like in line to meet him or waiting around to meet him, get autographs, photos, he'd take the time with them.
Absolutely would, man. He absolutely would.
Talk to him face to face, eye to eye, just like me, just as I mentioned earlier. That's how I always felt, that he was giving me his full attention and really cared about me. And everyone else is saying the same thing.
No doubt. And now Moneybags asked me about Wolf. I reached out to him, man. He's handling as best he can. All of us that are a part of the Steelers broadcast staff, we're working to do whatever we can to help alleviate him a little bit in terms of this week, especially because this is the big week where all the new content was coming out. So radio shows, different Steeler themed stuff, like it's a lot going on with that, man. So Wolf, he's taking some time just to kind of handle it all. Viewing is today's, the funeral's tomorrow, so it's still very fluid in terms of everything that's happening right now for Wolf, but definitely keep me your thoughts. I let him know that people are obviously thinking about him, reaching out to him and stuff like that. But yeah, you can imagine, like, this is heavy for him, man. I mean, he's known this dude since they played together. That doesn't even count for the 20 plus years of them working together as broadcasters as well. Like, that's like it's his brother. You know what I mean? So it's definitely heavy on it right now, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Is
there anything else?
I was trying to see, man. Just checking one more time through the chat. Make sure we're good.
Garrett Slingerland, rest in peace, Tunch. There will never be a better voice of the Steelers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all I'm seeing right now.
Jared Double here brought up Tunch reacting to Juju when he had gave the big hit on Burfict, and they obviously said R.I.P. Tunch. Tunch, man, he has some lines, man. He gives some crazy reactions to some of the stuff. Obviously, everybody remembers the Santonio Holmes play in the corner of the end zone, man. But yeah, Tunch, I mean, it's been times where I've listened to, because the radio shows like that, we listen to like him just speaking on different plays that I've made or everything. I'm like,
yeah, him and Hillgrove,
that's kind of dope right there.
Dynamic duo, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, they were voice of the Steelers radio for me all growing up. And you do, whenever like ESPN plays the highlights, a lot of times they will play the local radio voiceovers, which makes it so much cooler because whether it's Pittsburgh, whether it's different cities, to hear the voice of like the local guy, it's like different.
It's cool.
You have like Lang for the Penguins here, Myron Cope from Pittsburgh. There's something to it.
It makes it feel more like authentic when it's the local guy versus if it was just whoever the national broadcaster was calling the TV copy, obviously. So now I'm with you on that, man. I am with you. So, man, with that being said, man, one quick last moment of silence for Tunch, and after that, man, we'll start the show off, baby. All right, so moment of silence. All right. Shout out to the homie Tunch right there, man. Rest in peace, baby. Rest in peace. All righty, though. So, as we transition out of that, we'll go into the fan check-in, right? And then after the fan check-in, man, we'll get to some of the big announcements that we have, man.
Sure.
Yeah. So, with that being said, man, time for the fan check-in. Let us know where you are tuning in from. And after that, baby, we will shout you out and get this show even more rolling. Because I would say get it rolling, but it's already rolling. We're gonna roll even more now. We had to get past that part though, because I thought that was significant. But man, fan check-in. So where are we tuning in from? All right,
so I got the first check-in here.
Right.
Jacob Malacio, 919 Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, yeah,
in the house, like always. I'm always seeing Jacob in this, but I got this one dude. Oh shit, I lost it.
Oh, you're good, man.
He was asking though. He commented a couple times. How we met, how we started the podcast together.
Yeah.
So we could probably just direct them after this podcast. Go to the YouTube channel, go to the search bar for the videos, and just type in how Moats and Deke started podcast or something like that, and then you'll find it. Because I don't know, we talked about it for like 15-20 minutes on there. It's way more detailed. It's kind of funny too, but there's a lot because you got like kind of my background, how it happened, and your background, which is what we were thinking going into all this.
It's very different.
Yeah. So that's what I suggest.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely the best way to do it right there, man. All right. Next up, we got Chad Schrader, though, tuning in from Pittsburgh. The Berg. You already know that. That's Stephen Rhodes from Reading, PA. Then after that, we got Owen tuning in from the 440. And then Benore Johnson, North Jersey, in the building. Home of the Big Deke Energy.
Whoa.
Hey now.
Jersey.
Whoa.
I didn't know it was out
right. There. I know you, man. You international. I mean, not international. I mean, you are international.
I guess you guys have talked about South Africa before.
I know, man. You all over the place, baby. You are a rock star.
I guess. I appreciate that.
And we know you like your Latinos.
Yeah, Jersey, right?
Yeah. Some Latinos down there. Yeah, it's like they got the Puerto Rican Day Parade and stuff. Yeah, they got this down in the culture, man.
Yeah, like Jersey, New York.
Absolutely, like the Tribeca, all that area. All right, let's see what else we got. Who else tuning in? Oh, got the Normsman 7. You know, our South African brother over there. South Africa back in the house. And he says, why does everyone think I'm crazy when I say we're going to beat the Bills? Normsman, I don't know why they think you're crazy. But either way, you keep that same energy, baby, all day, every day. Who you got on your side, Deke?
I got a depressed Tar Heel fan. Luke, he's saying from Chapel Hill.
Sick.
We got Joshua Welling from the 724, just around town. Rodolfo. Man.
Here we go.
Gigantania.
Here it is.
Fayette.
Oh, man.
Fayette, NC. So I got North Carolina, homies, 910. I tried. I'm sorry.
Fayette in the building, man.
I should have just said Rodolfo. I'm sorry. Black Hillbilly, howdy from Oak Cliff, Texas.
That's a heck of a name, Black Hillbilly. It made me think of the Beverly Hillbilly. You remember that show?
No.
Dude.
I know it was around. I never seen it.
I never saw the actual show. I remember it was like a movie, though. I legit remember the movie. And I always remember this scene where my man's driving on this like super old school busted like Model T car. And he's in LA traffic. A guy next to him is young. He pulls up this little like pistol, like, yo, because it's road rage right in the middle of traffic. And my man's like, yo, I got one of them too. Pulled a big double barrel shotgun. My man flees off. I'm like, yo, shout out to the Beverly Hillbillies. So the Black Hillbilly, man, I like that right there. Let's get it.
All right, a couple more, and then I'll flip it to you.
Right.
Preston Hester, another North Carolina from the 336 though. We got South Carolina.
Okay.
Brandon Griffin.
Okay,
shout out to Brandon Griffin. Noya boy. Broward, baby. Is that Florida?
Broward County. Yeah, that's Florida. Absolutely. Next up, we got Jonathan Holman tuning in from South Central LA. I like that. Respect. Yes, indeed. And Bat 300 simply says, we smoking that Bills pack. All right, baby. All right, we're gonna have that soon, baby. That coming soon, real soon.
Question. What's the deal with that? Whenever you say I'm smoking a Bills pack, Ravens pack, whatever it is, it's you beat them, right?
Yeah, so essentially it started because you remember the verses, right? That whole thing during the pandemic. Verses where it was like this rap artist versus that rap artist, like their catalog versus their catalog.
I'm not familiar with this.
So it was it was an Instagram thing, straight social media. So it'd be, we're going to pair Brandy versus Monica. Brandy, you got your top 20 songs. Monica got your top 20 songs. Y'all going to do it on the Instagram live, playing the music. Y'all will perform your songs. Us as the fans just judge it in the comment section. Okay. So they'll go back and forth. So you think, man, we done seen, literally everybody, right? Jadakiss. We've seen, dang, what was this? Oh my goodness. Bobby Brown and him, right? So we saw Bobby Brown, New Edition, like all over the place. Then you had Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane. Now, taking it back, they had like legit beef where one person got killed. Somebody was sending somebody to kill somebody. It was like all that type of stuff going on. So when they have their verses, this is their first time being in the same building since like 10 years ago where, you know, they were literally on some, I'm going to kill you or I'm going to try to kill people with you. So you know the tension is crazy high. In the middle of the verses, Gucci Mane, because Jeezy had sent a person to go kill Gucci Mane killed that guy. Now, this is supposed to be one of Jeezy's boys, so Gucci Mane, in the middle of them having their verses, and Gucci's feeling a little upset, he's like, yo, I'm smoking on that Pookie Loke pack tonight, because that's the dude that he killed, which is his boy. So ever since then, everybody was like, oh, so we smoking on that tonight. That's the pack we are. So it started out by him saying, we're going to smoke on Pookie Loke. Now I'm smoking that Pookie pack tonight because he's like, yo, I killed your man. Yeah, we smoking him tonight. Like, that's what we on tonight. So
I just want to make sure I'm doing it right throughout the season whenever I'm smoking my victory stokes and I say I'm smoking on it's the pack. Opposite team's pack. Okay.
Yeah, I get it. Whoever you just beat, or if you killed, I hope you didn't kill him literally, but whoever you know what I'm saying, like that's how you word it. All right.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it now.
Nobody literally though. All right. We don't want you having any bodies on your belt.
No.
Okay.
No.
No bodies on your belt.
No, no reason for that.
Keep it clean, baby. Keep it clean.
We got one right here from Jordan Adams though already. Deke smoking on the casuals pack. That's fair. Ooh. The fake fans pack.
Hey, it happens, man. At least it's not fake news. So you good, bro. You good.
Yeah, sure.
I like it though, man. A couple more of these before we start tapping into some of these super chats and getting into this first topic. But we see, Joselito Colon, the 716. That's that rough Buffalo, baby. He says, can Steelers please get this W against the Bills? It's been 5 years and the Mafia won't leave me alone. All right. I hear you, Joselito. I see you. Then we got 007. And he just simply says 007 in the house. All right. Shout out to 007 tuning in from wherever 007 is, but he is in the house. Not our house, but he might be at your house, though.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the chat with some of these people.
Man, just check, bro. You never know. Rod Dollar tuning in from the 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Sharon Lineville. Oh, Sharon Line, baby. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means? Maybe I'm missing something here.
No.
All right. I don't know, but it sounds cool though. All right.
Juan Rangel, always giving some good comments. Deke smoking on the Marsh pack.
Oh God. We couldn't hear. Dude, we ain't even 20 minutes in. Y'all already gonna drop a Marsh, man. I thought we was transitioning past that. You know, I thought we were showing growth.
Yeah, with him not being on the team anymore, we thought it was over.
Right. Because now it's gonna see real personal. It's gonna see like extra personal. Yeah.
We can get him on the podcast anytime, huh? Chandler the P from 347 Queens.
Anytime. my man got all the free time.
You can talk about trading cards.
You are wildin'.
Are you interested in a Charizard or something?
You never know. Is he a Pokemon guy?
Oh, he is. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because see, I rock
what
with
the array
Pokemon.
of cards are. Is it Yu-Gi-Oh? Is
it
Magic? I think he's got all those.
See, I like Pokemon, especially if you got the holographics, man. Holla at me, man.
It'd be an interesting interview.
Holla at me. You got that Blastoise on deck with that Squirtle talking about, man. Let's get after it, man. Got to get Pikachu for the little man, too. So you on that Chris Wormley pack. That's what you're smoking now.
No,
You did give Chris a stray last time we was up here. We say, yo, who gonna be the D-line?
I thought I was harsher on Sutton, maybe.
Nah. You weren't harsh on Sutton.
Wormley,
you just shot Wormley like you ain't care about him. At least with Sutton, you can hit a love in your heart a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little
Sutton,
bit.
Yeah, because I feel like Sutton could still play.
Yeah. With Wormley, you was just like, yo, him, bow. I don't care about Wormley. It's like, yo, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, and you came back, you're like, he's been having a good camp.
Yes, he's not gonna change your mind of like, oh, he's here, but it's like, yo, he was straight. He was good. He wasn't an issue.
Yeah, I do. It might be Wormley now. So who am I missing? I'm not that hard on Millette. I mean, he's the next guy. If he gets burned or something, he's in there.
Norwood's your next guy.
Oh wait, no, it's Norwood.
Norwood is definitely your guy.
Norwood's over Wormley.
Your guy.
Easily. Yeah, I was like, he's getting dropped down to practice squad as soon as we signed Joseph.
Yeah, you definitely said that.
Yeah, definitely.
My man got hit for no reason. Just pow.
I got a couple more here. Lamar Jackson always tuning in. Savannah, Georgia. The 912.
Mm-hmm.
Browns, Ravens, and Bills are all overrated, he says.
Oh.
Sam Mason from the 707 North Bay area.
He said all of them overrated. Wow. Not one, not two, not three, not four, all of them. Fair enough then.
And I'll go one more. 330 Warren, Ohio. That's Lee Catterfield.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I think that is a good amount of our roll-ins, and it looks like we got Stephanie and Trina in the building as well. So we got our main two.
Where's Black and Martyr?
I still the one I'm waiting on. You know, because I see Michael Patrick McCrack. You know, we got our certain ones where we're like, all right, when they're here, we're good. Like when it was basketball,
Brilla 92.
We knew Manuel.
He's got
Alina,
the snitch cam on him.
Yeah, snitch cam. Stay on my man. I try to like change the times up for him. Hopefully, he's not gonna be in the truck, but I feel like we always get him in the truck, right? He's like, yo, it's still watching me right now, guys. I'm sorry. But like, it's certain ones where he's like, yo, you just know, like, they gotta be here. When they're here, now we're good to go.
Yeah.
So now we're good, man. Yeah, because we'll start with, and as I said, man, we got plenty of announcements that we'll be bringing out throughout the show. But we'll first start out with a couple of these super chats, and then we'll have our first announcement. Then after that, we'll go to the second one, so forth and so forth.
Sure.
But in terms of super chats, because I know you probably are going to be down a little bit.
I only have Michael Patrick McCracken's last comment.
Okay, yeah. So, all right. So I run up these top ones first, and we'll get it rolling. All right. So this first one is from C. Brown, and shout out to C. Brown. He was actually tuned in before we even started a lot, man. He was out there super early.
He wanted to get this topic off his chest.
Absolutely, man. Sometimes you got to get it off your chest, and we do got that segment coming out here today as well. A little bit different of how we're gonna do it, but we got y'all though, man. So C. Brown simply says, "Hey, Moats and Deke, do you think TJ will get his deal in time for him to play in game 1? This is not the way Steelers need to start the season." This is interesting.
If I had to bet money, I'd say still. If he doesn't get it done, what's he going to do? Sit out? I feel like he's going to play.
Well, the reason this is different, I know people, like, because it's getting so close now, and obviously the reports were coming out. I know yesterday, I think it was Deke Pittsburgh had said that he would practice today regardless if he had a deal in place or not. It's looking like
actual normal practice.
Right, he would do a
today,
full participation.
But it was how he's been practicing this whole time.
So still nothing changed. People thought it would change because of the timing of it, right? Obviously this being the start of game week, that has not changed just yet. But I will say this, not speculating on it, it is a Monday though. And just football wise, we consider this a bonus Monday because typically you don't practice on Monday.
And this is Labor Day.
Right. Typically you don't practice till Wednesday. So he could have easily just viewed this as a bonus Monday and that be why he didn't. Not saying that's the case, but just another reason of don't lose it all the way just yet because it is game week. Now, I do personally feel that, man, you done missed all the camp. It ain't going to hurt you to be out here today. You might need that bonus day out there. You know what I mean? Like if we being real about it. I know not everybody agrees with me. I know people really, they think he could just show up and do it.
That's how I feel.
But normally you need to get that work in. So I wouldn't have been opposed to him practicing today, but that could be a part of it. But
so they're off tomorrow.
So the way, because the way the CBA is structured now, you have to have the weekend off, right? So they had to have off, I think it was whenever the game ended Thursday. So they had to be off Friday to Sunday, right? Now from there, you come in on a bonus Monday to get you back on track. Off Tuesday, because now the season starts, Tuesday's always your off day. Boom. Now Wednesday, you back to your regular programming. So that's what we call it, a bonus Monday, where typically Monday and Tuesday would be off. But since you just had the whole weekend off, coach ain't gonna get them boys that many days off. That ain't happening right now.
So tomorrow then? Tomorrow might be the day.
Wednesday. Because tomorrow's Tuesday.
No, I'm saying to sign the contract.
Yeah, it could happen tomorrow.
And then he's back Wednesday.
Yeah, it could happen.
Could it happen all the same day, or is there too much theatrics in the morning?
So this is the thing I was going to say, though. So in terms of TJ and his contract, what I was alluding to before I started talking about like him not practicing and not to freak out on it, with his contract, drastically different than L. Bell's situation, because I know people are thinking, well, here we are 5 days away essentially, and he doesn't have a deal. Is this going to be a Le'Veon Bell situation?
Oh yeah, this is different.
It's different because L. Bell wasn't under contract. He didn't sign the franchise tag. He signed it the first year right before training camp, remember? Or excuse me, right before the regular season started, and then that's when he showed up and went to practice, went to practice and then played in the game that week. But he was never under contract. That second year when he set out, they franchise tagged him again, but he never signed it. So essentially, he was just it's not a unrestricted free agent, but he was essentially a free agent because he never signed that deal. Even though the team had his rights, that's why he couldn't play anywhere else, but the team couldn't find him and make him show up. TJ is still under contract right now. That's the biggest difference with this. TJ had to be here for all the training camp, even if he wasn't practicing, because the team could find him technically if he didn't show up. So when you start talking about sitting out games or sitting out practices because the season is here and you don't have a deal in place, we know the Steelers have that self-imposed week 1 deadline. It's not going to happen like that for TJ because they can legit find TJ up to 6 figures daily. Like, that's what it is because he's still technically under contract. So I don't anticipate him sitting out in terms of missing games. I think he will play. And honestly, we said this before with the team. They control TJ for the next 3 years, regardless if they get a deal done or not. You got the 5th-year option, and then you can franchise tag him twice.
This could become the Le'Veon Bell situation.
Right. You got the 5th-year option, you could franchise tag him twice. So the Steelers have him for 3 years guaranteed. Like, he has to play or at least be in Pittsburgh. So don't fret in the sense of, oh, he's going to be gone somewhere else next year. That's not the case. But it could get ugly in terms of them finding him and stuff like that. But I don't anticipate TJ doing that because TJ hasn't had that big deal just yet. So it's hard.
That's just not good for business.
Whereas at least with L. Bell played the franchise tag one time. He had already had his 4 years in the league too. So he already had that big payday. So when he set out that second year, he wasn't as, he didn't feel it as much because he knew, okay, I'm in line to get another big payday as well. This is more just smart business. TJ hasn't had that payday just yet. So that would add up in a hurry for TJ.
Yeah, because he's still going to get like around $10 million this year, I think.
Yeah.
The thing that we've talked about in the past, though, TJ's not feeling good about going out there for $10 million whenever you have Joey Bosa and Myles Garrett getting 27 and 25 million. But if you can't get a deal done, you can't get a deal done.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And from everything that I've still been hearing, it's still revolving around the guarantees. That's the issue, right?
I'm more concerned about the per year than the guarantees.
See, the reason I don't think they care as much about the per year is because, like, depending on how you structure the dollars with it, you can get away with that. But
you can make it seem like it's a 3-year deal, maybe.
Exactly, but with the guarantee portion, if you got $100 million guaranteed, it doesn't matter how you structure it. That 100 is guaranteed if he's out there or not. So that's the reason why that's a lot more important because the per year. We talk like when we think of per year numbers, we look at that as like the fluff number, right? If the deal is 5 years, 160 mil, average 35 a year, but we only know 100 is guaranteed. The 35 is the fluff numbers up there. So we call it fluff because it's not guaranteed. We know the team can get rid of you and they're not going to pay you any of that. You're never going to see that. So that's why we don't really care as much about the per year as we do the guarantee portion. But that still seems to be the sticking point in these negotiations right now, which is, it's unfortunate. It's crazy. It's crazy. Pay that man.
Is it 100 then? That's the number?
In terms of the 100, yeah, they said he definitely.
That's the sticking point. Like Steelers want 90, he wants 100, he wants 110.
So we've only heard TJ's side in terms of they said that TJ wants the 100 in guarantees. We don't know what the Steelers' issue is with that. If it's structure of it, because that was a sticking point with L. Bell when it was rolling guarantees versus them legitimately guaranteeing it, which is a big difference. A rolling guarantee is not guaranteed contract. That is, you played well, we still like you, we'll keep you on the roster, now becomes guaranteed. But that's not guaranteed money, because if you get hurt, if they decide that, hey, we want to go younger, we think we can get a cheaper option, they can cut you and you're not getting any of that money. So it's not guaranteed. Whereas fully guaranteed, or what TJ is trying to get, the guaranteed money, if they were to release him, if he got hurt, if his play just went down a cliff, even if they were to cut him, he would still get that money, which is a big difference, man. When you talk about guys like Ryan Shazier, who was in line for a mega deal, and you saw how that quickly shifted, the guaranteed money is very, very important, man. Very important.
Steelers got some leverage here, too, with Melvin Ingram.
They do.
Not too much.
Well, him and Highsmith.
Yeah, it's not too much, but
it's enough.
It's better than us not having Melvin Ingram.
Like, I would say, you think Melvin Ingram and Highsmith, along with the double franchise years, and you're still on the franchise tag, right? I mean, you're still on the 5th-year option right now. Like, the Steelers, like, they don't have the same, I guess, like, feeling of, yo, we got to do a little bit extra to do this. I think, like, just because they know they control the future right now, they control what he can do. It's like, TJ, if you don't want to blow, if you're not going to play here, you're not playing anywhere. He's not trying to do that.
Yeah, they're like almost tempting him. All right, you want to play the PR, the public perception game now?
Right, because
we'll see who wins.
People like you, and they'll side with you during training camp when you're not out there, right? You even said it. Oh, TJ, well, he don't need to be out there. But let TJ not show up in Buffalo. It's a different conversation now.
Now the whole under contract conversation becomes more different. Like, bro, you're under contract. What the hell are you doing? Like, I don't get to do this at my job.
Right.
Yeah.
But you could just see how night and day and how easy that'll shift like that. So if you're the Steelers, you understand that as well. And you, like you said, you got Melvin Ingram. You have Alex Highsmith. So you have a little bit more leverage. You have a little bit more time on your side than TJ necessarily, because we know their deadline is historic. They don't go past week 1. Once the game starts, now they'll get that deal done on Saturday night. I was in that hotel room when Cortez Allen walked in there, fresh off that deal, 12 hours before we opened it up against the Browns. We saw that happen. So it's not too far.
What did he do after that deal?
Bro, his knee was jacked up, bro. He literally, like, when he signed the deal, we knew, like, yo, his knee isn't right. He couldn't stop. And, like, you watch him, like, the first 3 games, like, it's just like a dude with no brakes. Like, he got the range, got the length, but you talk about stopping and bursting in and out of cuts. Bro, it was not happening.
Yeah, that sucked. They mentioned a couple other names. Cam Hayward signed recently.
Yeah, but the difference was with Cam's deal.
That wasn't even pressing. That wasn't even on our radar. When he signed that, I was like, what the hell?
Nobody's deal has been to what TJ's deal is going to be. Like, when you're like, TJ is viewed as one of the, or you can make a case as the best defender in the NFL. Cam, when he signed his deal, he wasn't even the best player to his position, if we're being real about it. People would even debate if he was top 5 sometimes. With TJ, the debate is, are you better than Aaron Donald? Or we'll name Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? Like a handful of guys like that. But his numbers are clear that they are. Whereas with Cam's numbers weren't like that. And that's my dog. Love Cam. Was super happy when he got the check. And we wanted him to get more. But we knew, like, yo, your numbers aren't like these guys' numbers right here. TJ, his numbers are better than those guys' numbers when you're talking about Myles Garrett and Bosa, and you're looking at the QB hits, you're looking at the sacks, you're looking at the productivity, you're looking at the forced fumbles, the interceptions. It's like, bro, what does my man got to do? No off field, no nothing else, no injury history. Like, what does he got to do? It's crazy.
What's your projection? I say a deal gets done, but if a deal doesn't get on, he's still going out there. Yeah. He's still playing.
He's gonna play. To me, man.
Because I think people are actually worried about him potentially sitting out.
I don't like it. It doesn't make sense at all for him to sit out because he has zero leverage and they can find him even more, and it'll just make it more nasty. And obviously he would be highly upset, but eventually he would have to come back because that is going to add up. No, just think about it. Like, okay. Not even the 6 figures, right? Because they could go conduct detrimental and hit them for 6 figures.
Who did this before? There was someone that did
absolutely
this and tried to play hardball. They came back after a few weeks.
It wasn't Hainsworth. It was one of them dude. Because I know Cam Chancellor did it for a little while.
Yeah,
and that's my dude, and he was getting fined for it as well. And it was like, Cam, you ain't got the deal just yet, bro. 30K's adding up. 30K on a Monday, 30K on a Wednesday, 30K on a Thursday, 30K on a Friday, 30K on a Saturday. Plus, I'm gonna hit you for the 50 if you miss the flight. Okay, game day. Oh, you ain't here for that? Okay, double that. It's a game day violation. I mean, where we at, right? It's $500,000. Like that quick. It adds up. And that's if they just be nice and just hit you with the you missed the day. They could still go meeting by meeting if they really want to be, jerks about it. Hit you with the, you missed special teams meeting. Okay, I'm going to fine you for that. Another 10. Oh, you missed. Oh, was that the walk that you missed? Oh, that's an on-field violation. Oh, yeah, that's going to be 20 right there. If they really wanted to, they can do that. Like, so when you're talking about TJ sitting, I'm like, bro, you ain't trying to sit out like that. Nah, like, because that's going to add up, man. And for TJ, it's not going to bring him closer to that big deal either. Like,
not at all.
Like, it's just not going to work for him from that perspective. So he really doesn't have a lot of leverage with this. He doesn't, man. It's unfortunate, but he doesn't have a lot of leverage right now, man.
Yeah, because as much as I'm saying, Steelers have leverage, we have Ingram. If we're trying to win a Super Bowl, I don't care. I just want TJ Watt out there.
Yeah.
If you tell me he's going to be out there still at $10 million, he's going to be a little pissed off. Is that a good or a bad thing? If it's a bad thing, then that's not as optimal. Yeah. I'm going to be a little upset about that just because if the Steelers were thinking we're all in, I'd like to think we could try to get this deal done and make both parties happy, but we'll see, dude. Yeah. We'll see.
It is.
I think it's going to get done. If I had to bet money, I think it gets done this week. If not, he's playing, though. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Like, I'm not concerned about him playing. I'm more concerned about not even when he's coming back. I like, if he would have came back today, cool, but I'm looking at Wednesday. Wednesday is the day, contract or not, because that's the start of game
full practice.
Week. Yeah, that's Wednesday is like your big P and 10, which is like possession down, first down. Like, so you just got the ball. We're working on 1st and 10 plays, right? You're going to do because it's Wednesday, you do 1st and 2nd down plays mainly on those, right? Then from there, he can be out there for Thursday. Thursday, we're working on what? Your short yardage plays, right? Then you got Friday, situational football, red zone, stuff like that. Like, remember, he hasn't had any team reps at all. So you want to get him back in that action, man, because there's nothing worse than him taking a game or two to essentially just warm himself back up. Like, he might get a sack, and that's great. But in terms of impact, we already know it's a difference between getting a sack and having impact. And TJ is an impact player. He gets sacks, but his impact is felt in terms of how hard he plays, and that's why he's so productive. When you don't practice, when you've set out that much and don't have that much, it's going to take some time to have impact like that. And for me, I'm just like, man, TJ, bro, like, you get more money the harder you go out here. That's how it goes right now, man.
I wonder if Rooney's listening to this podcast a little too much.
Stop that, man. Don't do that, man.
Is he listening to my takes or something? Man. He's like, Deke's got a point with this money.
30 mil. He's no quarterback. I can't pay him quarterback money. What do you mean?
Damn.
Yeah, man. Might be right, bro.
But that was a good question or topic, because obviously that's been on a lot of people's minds right off the bat.
They even brought up Troy when Troy signed his deal. But once again, when Troy signed his, he wasn't where TJ was in his career at that time. And the same with I think it's Hines Ward was another guy. None of those guys were where they were viewed as the
Hines
best
Ward was like a borderline
defender.
holdout.
Yeah, but he was borderline. But in terms of the deal for Hines,
I don't even remember when those happened, though. To be honest with you, I don't think it came down to the day before.
No, I think
I don't remember them ever like potentially missing week 1 over a contract. I never remember that.
I'm gonna see, because I want to say I think Troy. His would have been the one where it was like last minute. His was close. Like Cortez was probably the closest because he was like the night before in the hotel. But I think they said Troy was like either the day or two before as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely don't remember being on pins and needles about Cortez Allen's deal.
Yeah.
Troy, when is this? Because he signed one in 07 and he signed another one in 11.
It's like first one. The first big one that he did. Because this is TJ's first big deal. That's the difference. So.
Okay. Yeah, 07. I might have been like,
they said Troy was at the airport. That's what it was.
I was freshman year in high school. I think I was just too young at that point to be caring about contracts or worrying about that. I always just be thinking, all right, we got Ben. Yeah, Polamalu's on the team. There's no way he's not going to play. Yeah, so I don't remember it like that, but I'm not saying it's not right or not.
But I wonder how often those guys were practicing too, because I don't know that. With Cortez, he was practicing. With Cam, he was practicing.
Yeah, true.
That's the difference.
I don't remember there being stories about Polamalu like holding out or like
just
holding in.
Yeah.
I do not remember that. I think there was something with Hines though. I think there was some type of holdout or something. It didn't last long. There were some tensions about a contract. I don't know when that was, but that's all I remember. I mean, the big one for us was really Bell. That's the one that really hits home with me. Now it's TJ. Yeah. Because I can't really think
just
of
seeing how long
else.
it's like when. Absolutely,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Dang, that was a good question, man. We weren't even trying to get into that one, but that was a good one right there. And then And it's done. Simply follows up by just simply saying, sign TJ with a ton of exclamation points. Then Michael Patrick McCracken, shout out to you as well. He says, no contract for TJ. He could play under his contract, franchise next year. Seems greed is getting to him. 30 mil hurts the team long term. Hashtag RIP Tunch.
You were talking exactly about Michael Patrick McCracken.
He always come with the heat. Come with the heat, bro. Absolutely comes with the heat. And then
I think that's gonna become the majority opinion though.
I told you.
As time goes on.
Yeah. It's all fun and games in training camp when the games don't matter. It's all fun and games and we're like, oh, who cares if he shows up in preseason game 3? Who needs preseason, right? We don't care about that. But now as we're sitting here and it's Monday when everybody was like, oh, we got plenty of time to get a deal and plenty of time for him to come back, sign his play, get back in the game and get into playing shape and stuff like that. But in all actuality, now we're seeing that, man, it is not. And with him still being under a contract, not the big contract, but he's still technically under a contract. Yeah, people definitely going to be feeling the type of way now, man. Without a doubt. All right. We also got a new upper room member as well, man. Shout out to Nick Y. Nick Y, baby. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I like it. I like it. Now, which chat do you have any? Are you still at Michael?
Yeah.
The NBA one, right?
No, Michael Patrick McCracken.
Yeah. What was his topic, though?
He's talking about the AFC North Steelers schedule. So I'm gonna.
Oh no, we're good there. Okay, so I'll read this other up. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll read this other upper room and then you'll start right there.
Okay.
All right. So the next one is from DL King Senior. Shout out to DL King Senior and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, baby.
Okay, so I'm good.
Now you go. Yeah, now you go, Michael. Yep.
Michael Patrick McCracken. Talking heads always bring up Steelers' tough schedule as to why they will finish third in the North. But the whole division plays same basic schedule. Yeah, pretty much. Outside of, there's some weird games that they throw in there that are always flexed year in and year out, where like the first place team in this division plays the first place team in this division. I think it's like 2 or 3 games because actually it's 3 now when they add the 17. That's how we got matched up with Seahawks.
Yep.
So we have the first place teams in 2 random divisions, but he's right for the most part. We're facing, who are we facing? The AFC West and NFC North. Yeah. And some of those teams probably, I don't know. See, I'm trying to think right off the bat. So we're facing the NFC West if we're facing the Seahawks one. So someone's facing the Rams, someone's facing the 49ers or Cardinals, or probably the Cardinals then.
Yeah, because that was our one over there. Yeah. So, no, because Baltimore, I think Baltimore has LA.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, if it's 2.
Yeah, because it's like 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4. That's how they did it.
That's how it goes. So the 3, their Browns will be playing the Cardinals then, I guess.
Essentially.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of with him on that. That's going to be the only difference is like those 2 or 3 games where we're facing the
Week
one.
17 matchups essentially now. So.
But if there's a good number 2 in some of those divisions, like we just named the NFC West, I think the Rams are better than the Seahawks right now.
Yeah, you bring up a good point.
So who's got the tougher schedule then? Yeah. I get it though. We have the toughest schedule coming into this.
Nah, I'm with it.
It hasn't mattered in the past.
It does not matter, bro. That's the thing. It's like, man, you got to beat the teams that are in front of you. Now, when we talk about is a team tough or not in August or September, who knows, right? This is all on paper. This is all retroactive, right? Think about how we're judging when people say this Steelers team, right? If they're talking about them being a tough team or a weak team, it's all based on what they did last year, not anything about this year. That doesn't include Najee Harris. That doesn't include Pat Freiermuth. That doesn't include Melvin Ingram being here now. Like, that to me, like, that's always like, as players, we'd always kind of chuckle at when people would tell us, oh, this is an easy schedule or hard schedule, this team, hard team, because this is, you never know until you get in that game, and you don't know how them people are going to show up in that game either, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more I'm thinking about the NFC North, really. Outside the Packers, I'm not worried about any of those teams. Unless Fields plays on that Monday night and he's like kind of has an amazing run, but still, I don't really like that roster that much. Their defense is all right, but
well, they got like the best defender, huh?
Who, Khalil Mack?
That's what they say,
according to PFF. I mean,
that's your boy,
dude. Because you got to think the Vikings, Lions too, just the Packers, really. NFC West is a tough conference, but all of us in the AFC North. Or no, I'm just getting so confused. I'm sorry. We're only playing the Seahawks in the NFC West.
You're not blacking out on me today.
It's the AFC West.
Are you blacking out on me again, man?
No.
about to say you got the comfy chair and you didn't. Oh, hey now.
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. You didn't have any magical vegetables earlier today, right? Or fungus. I know somebody was giving us mushroom emojis in here a little earlier. Shout out to my Basquiat friend. All right.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, let's just move on before I confuse myself and the listeners even more.
Had me. I was with you. Then I'm like, I'm lost.
I think I'm throwing in an extra game or something in there.
I felt like, okay. I definitely was like, I don't know where he's going with this, but I'm going to just keep nodding. We're going to keep it flowing.
We might have a London game this year.
That's what it is?
We might.
Maybe it's Mexico City, man. Sheesh. All right. Next one you got is from, we got another Michael Patrick McCracken. Michael is in here today. Whew, I see. Hold on. Where are you at? And actually, no. I am off. I am on and it's done now. That's where we're at, yeah.
No, I'm at Michael Patrick McCracken about the NBA.
Okay, yeah, so it's a one between that then. Yep. All right, so and it's done. He says, all them Bills are bums. Talking about the Buffalo Bills being bums. All right. I hear the spicy talk, boy. It's game week. It can't be game week without spicy talk, right? I like this, man. I like this.
Michael Patrick McCracken brings up a good point. NBA built around players, NFL around teams. If TJ leaves, we were still Steeler fans. When Jordan left the Bulls, fans went with him.
No, that's 100%. Like, we always say that's why we can't get negotiations done in our favor. Whereas, like, NBA guys, it hits different. Like, when LeBron wants a guy on his team and LeBron says, hey, yo, I won't show up for this. It's like, yo, you got to have Bron there. If KD says, yo, I got this guy, I have to, like, yo, certain players, like
DeAndre Jordan.
No question, right? You're like,
he's not there anymore, though.
Now, where is he at, though?
Lakers.
See what I'm saying? Like, certain people are like, yo, if I want a guy, he's coming. Whereas with the NFL, it's flip-flop, man. They don't care about none of that. I mean, you saw, like, Tom Brady. Think about how Tom Brady, that ended in New England. If he was an NBA player, Tom Brady would never have to want for players while he was in New England. It would have been one of those, bro, Deke, you coming out here, all right? Bring that receiver with you, all right? Or bring this hooper with you, like, and it'll be that simple. Like, the owners, they don't even trip on it.
He's kind of doing that stuff down in Tampa Bay, though.
But think
bringing
like,
an AB like that and Fournette, like,
but
it's
think
nothing.
about, like, this is the first time we've seen him get that opportunity. Whereas in the NBA,
that's what Rodgers was looking for.
Been doing that, right? The fact they got to ask for that, that's the crazy part. Whereas NBA, I mean, not a shot at Bradley Beal, but think Bradley Beal compared to Aaron Rodgers or Brady. He's not in their same vein, but I'm sure Bradley, if he said, yo, I want to get this guy and I think we could get him, the team is going to do whatever they need to do to bring that guy in. Absolutely.
There'll be an open conversation about it.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Anyone else? It might just be those two right now.
I think so, yeah.
Because AB was obvious. Yeah. And then Rodgers, the Cobb deal was obvious too. I can't think of any other player that was like campaigning for someone to come here.
Yeah, that might have been it. Because Rodgers, they definitely like gave him the abrupt, okay, Randall Cobb, come here tomorrow. It's like, oh, y'all, funny.
Borderline washed up Randall Cobb.
Hey, Clay Matthews, you want to come back too?
Yeah. That is the funny thing. A bunch of those names that he was rattling off. Packers kind of made the right moves with getting rid of him at the time.
Yeah.
I think he was more disappointed with how they were treated, though. I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but he also made that evident in his press conference.
Good old Aaron Rodgers. Good old Aaron Rodgers. We had a couple more of these supers before we get rolling even more. This one's from Matt McKissick. Matt, shout out to you, man. He says, made a fantasy football team today and named my team the Up. Boom.
Damn.
Always repping. Hey, baby. Come on, Matt. You know you're going to kill your fantasy league then with a name like that. Let's get it. I love it, man. Shout out to all the fantasy football players out here, too.
He'll be smoking on that fantasy league pack.
I'm smoking
Taking out the whole league.
I got a whole league, a whole rack of dudes that I'm be smoking on a pack. Believe that. Whole 11 people had to pick before me. But my roster, nice. Real nice. And I can't wait. Man. You know, I ain't even a fantasy guy, but
I'm amped up about your team.
My team, low key, I got a little squad, man.
Yeah,
I got a little squad. I might reveal a little later on.
No, go for it,
man. I got a little squad. All right. Now, where you at? You got L_D. All right. Yep. You read these next three off, and then after that, we'll go a couple more things, and we'll get this thing rolling even more.
Sure. Watch film on Ahkello. He's literally a freak. He's just so talented. He gets in trouble when he doesn't use his technique, but great cover corner who will keep Sutton and Pierre on their P's and Q's.
Now, I like that assessment right there, L_D Carter. Without a doubt, Ahkello, long range. We'll talk about him in this next coming up segment, stuff like that. But I like his game a lot. We'll definitely chop that up even more. But shout out to L_D Carter doing that research, man. That's what I'm talking about. See, y'all keep us on our toes. If we don't research and y'all research, then y'all can call us out as frauds. But that's what we always research, baby. Always research. You know, you think I'm gonna miss an opportunity to research? Come on. How we researching today, you never know.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody researching.
We got someone going into their pockets here.
Oh.
They just want to show their support.
Well, hey now.
It's from David Dupree.
Well, the David Dupree?
Yeah.
Not David. Like our David Dupree? Like that's David Dupree, aka DD Smalls, aka the guy who, you know, takes care of a lot of these things behind the scenes, baby. Shout out to you, my friend.
I know how much time and care you guys put into this show, and I appreciate you both. Few exclamation marks, too.
No, man, major love.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you're a part of this, David. You know that, man. You put the work in with us, man. We appreciate you. Yes,
yeah, everyone give David a shout out in the comments.
Man. Shout out to David. David takes care of a lot of the leg work behind the scenes, man. When you talk about sponsorships, a lot of new concepts, David is big on that, man. So major love to David. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Last one. Mr. B. Malarkey. Guys, I'm already on another planet. But what about TB12 as GM?
As GM?
I guess that's general manager. Because there's a 1 after. I was wondering if he's saying game 1.
I was thinking
GM.
GM1 after Covert goes?
No, this is what's going on, dude. I know exactly what's going on with this. GM1. He's using that in reference to, like, whenever you say QB1, RB1. It's gone too far at this point. GM1, it's gone too far.
So who's GM2?
I'm telling you. But that's how we talk these days. Think over the past, like, 4 or 5 years. GM1. Instead of just backup quarterback, QB2.
You're right. Why do we
Inside
do
linebacker 3.
Oh, my
CB4.
God.
This is what we've become. GM1.
Oh, gosh. You know what, Mr. B. Malarkey? I need to go on another planet as well. I'm going to a different galaxy. I don't want to be in this galaxy
His
anymore.
Comment of Tom Brady as the GM.
GM1.
I'm good. I think it goes back to what we were talking about. I had to give Tomlin the chance, actually, doing the coach GM stuff. Tom Brady is Steelers GM. It just doesn't hit right. It just doesn't.
He can't, anything Brady to Pittsburgh is going to be weird. That'd be like
I could see him just staying down in Tampa Bay.
I low-key could, too. I feel like he's, like, enjoying him. Like
that's his thing now.
Even with the 6 rings that he won in New England, I don't feel like I've ever seen him as happy as he seems in Tampa right now, man. Maybe it's the sun rays. They say that vitamin D down there, man. The sun is supposed to like help with like your emotions, mentally, physically, make you feel better. Yeah, we don't get that much sun up here. Dang.
I don't know what it is.
That's crazy, man.
He's playing good.
That's your boy.
He's still healthy. He's able to get AB on the team for crumbs, Leonard Fournette, stack his roster. That's probably why he's happy.
Literally crumbs. Literally. All right. And we did have one before MB Malarkey, so I'll read him off and then we'll get that. We'll transition. But he says, Hines Ward held out in 2005. He later came out and apologized for it. What up, Deke? Okay. From the 706 Augusta, Georgia. AUG in the building. Augusta. All right.
Yeah, how long did he hold out? I don't think it was long.
I don't remember. Yeah, I definitely don't remember that one, man.
He apologized for it, too.
Yeah.
That's savvy. Yeah, I don't know how long it was, but as you could tell by that comment, it probably wasn't that long.
So, question. All right, here we go. Because I was looking at the chat. TB12, they have a debate going on. Is TB12 Tom Brady or is it Terry Bradshaw they're talking about?
Terry Bradshaw is GM right now?
Wade Keefe says it's Terry Bradshaw. Todd Sikowski.
Oh, wait, I got to see.
Was it? I can't even. Sikowski, excuse me. Todd Sikowski says Bradshaw. Pablo Von Gomez says Bradshaw. Oh.
There's no way Bradshaw's up for this right now.
And they said NSMC 99 says Omar Khan is low-key GM2. He's GM2.
Yeah, he is.
You got GM1
You're
and
right.
GM2. All right.
He is
and that
right
makes
now.
Coach Tom and GM3 there.
Probably.
There we go. All right.
Terry Bradshaw now?
Bradshaw.
Or you're actually saying then probably in 2 or 3 years. There's no way in hell. There's no way. There's no way he's up for that.
Wow. But can we get back to the conversation of is TB12 Tom Brady or Terry Bradshaw? I'm confused.
In his comment?
Yes.
I think he actually does mean Bradshaw.
He does mean Bradshaw. Okay. Because that's what I really need to know. Like,
actually, I don't know.
I've never heard
Has he responded?
Do people refer to Terry Bradshaw as I thought he was
They say he's like the OG TB12 now.
So did anyone ever call him TB12 before Tom Brady was called TB12?
No.
Okay.
But once Tom Brady comes up with TB12, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's like the clap back.
What are we doing?
Yeah, if you grew up in the 70s, you're a Steeler fan. You're like, no, that ain't TB12.
Right.
The real TB12 is Terry Bradshaw.
Oh wow! All right, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting.
A lot of people are saying Terry Bradshaw.
They're saying Terry. No, well, yeah, a lot of are saying that, but then they said someone said Terry lost his Steeler card when he went against us, though. He did call Coach Tomlin a cheerleader. I'm not gonna lie. When I was here, I ain't really like Terry. Because really? I was here during the time when he called Coach Tomlin a glorified cheerleader, and literally all of us on the roster, it was kind of like well, that's why we like 7 better than you anyways. And I promise you, that was our approach. That's how anytime, like, we wouldn't even acknowledge any comment from Terry. It was like, yo, you ain't even the real TB. Like,
it hit that home.
We was pissed. Yeah, we were. It was petty, but it was like because it came from him.
Okay.
If anyone else says it, no one cares. But it's like, yo, you the quarterback, bro. Like, when you speak, like, it holds a little bit more value. So yeah, when he was like, Coach Thomas, a glorified cheerleader, we definitely felt some type of way. And that made us all love Ben that much more, bro.
Well, because he said stuff about Ben in the past. I think whenever he was younger coming up, he was critical of Ben. And him and Terry didn't necessarily have the best of relationships.
So once again, all of that, that's what it was like. We definitely riding with 7 and Coach T. And we was like, yeah, we don't want to hear anything from Bradshaw. Like, bro, don't even pull up anymore. Like, yeah, like that was our vibe in the building, man.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Because even with those Ben comments that Terry made, I don't think I ever had any ill will towards him. No. Just because how like goofy he is and stuff. Like he's an actor, so like I've always brushed his comments aside, kind of.
Well, I think for us, because that was like, I tell you, because I think 14, 15 was like our new, like when we got the Woodleys and Harrisons and RCs, all those guys are gone. Yeah. Well, obviously Harrison came back, but it was like the new wave of guys. So we weren't all the way there like that just yet. So we review certain days. We was a little more high strung on certain topics and comments, man. Yeah.
Hey, I'm sure, man. Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. Well, that's just funny, the different perspectives. Like for me, I barely even remember the comment.
Yeah, like it's funny, but I'm like in the moment, we was like, nah, like we like to heart that we cared about that way more than any ESPN analyst, any opposition that might have said, like, bro, we were hot. Man. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
That's how a lot of people are feeling about Ryan Clark right now. I think he picked us his 3rd in division.
Dead.
Yeah, I don't agree with Bradshaw's comment.
No, they're saying we got to poll this
legit,
up.
Man.
Do we need to poll up in terms of who the real TB12 is or who TB12 is? They saying poll that thing up. It's heavy poll action going on right now.
That's a tough one.
I know. I was like, man, because I refer to TB12 as Tom Brady. Yeah. I've never called Bradshaw TB12.
And we even did our GOAT for number 12, too.
We did. We did. You know what? We usually don't poll this early, but you know what? We got time today. Okay. We'll give him a little poll action today. All right.
Works for me.
Who is TB12? You can't say both. It's perfect. Tom. Or do you want me to just call him GOAT? All right, just checking.
I don't think that's true.
My man Deke was ready to debate who the city of champions was. My man ordered.
That's not my lingo for him.
So who is TB12? Tom Brady, Terry Bradshaw. Here we go. Trina Still Diva. I think of you every time I put one of these out. Bam. I do actually, man. I was telling my daughter that. She was like, Dad, why you always laugh?
Yeah, she likes the polls.
I'm like, bro, because Trina's Still Diva. Every time she's like, yo, poll it up. Moats, poll it up. I'm like, I'm gonna put a poll. We're gonna poll it up there. Let's do it. And I always laugh. It's funny to me. So while that poll is, you see it already out the gate. So we're gonna let that cook a little bit. We'll let that cook. All right. And L_D Carter did actually come back and join the upper room. So L_D Carter, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then Richard Crunchman just coming through, showing a little bit of love for the channel, man. We appreciate that as well. But before we get to our next topic, man, the first thing we got to discuss, you ready for this?
Okay.
is the fact that we have a new sponsor. I don't know if y'all see the logo, but the logo has been very much present. DraftKings, yes, indeed, DraftKings Sportsbook. You know, America's top-rated sportsbook and app. Not only are they safe, but they are secure in Deke. Just like you, they are reliable, man.
Damn,
they're reliable,
thanks for the compliment.
bro. And you know what else, Deke? Because, you know, we only talk about people that either have a promo code or some type of benefit for the people.
Yeah.
So for all the first-time people out there, once you download the app and you sign up, make sure you use that promo code Moats. You'll receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. Now, what does that mean? So when you first create that account and you want to put money into your account, if you put $500 in that account, they gonna hook you up with another $500 in deposit bonus money, baby.
Sounds like a great deal.
So it's $1,000, and all you had to do was put in $500. Then after that, you get your bet on. You can't beat that, baby. You cannot beat that. So that is DraftKings, and obviously we will go in depth even more about some of our odds and some of our futures bets that we think that y'all might be a little bit interested in. And also, if you do have a problem in terms of a gambling problem, you know what you need to do, right?
Read that.
It's that simple, man. Read it. It's a lot. Gambling problem. 1-800-GAMBLER. It's that simple. All right. Boom. Had to keep the disclaimer up there for a little bit for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know. Some people might have a gambling problem, and I don't want you to have a gambling problem on my account. Okay?
No, definitely.
Because we're
and it doesn't look like DraftKings wants that either.
Absolutely. We're just covering all the bases.
We just want it to be fun for everyone.
That's it.
We don't want anyone ruin their lives over this type of stuff.
Please,
right?
though.
Yeah,
Please,
we're trying to watch football, make some friendly wagers. That's it.
I say, please don't do that, baby. Jeez. All right. So now we can transition though and get to this next topic, man, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. They made a trade over the weekend, baby. This would have been, I believe it was Friday.
It was?
Yeah, it was Friday, man. Right before the weekend started, right before I was going to hit the road and stuff. We had just finished up our show. Yep. And, yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they traded for...
Out of left field.
It was, dude. Traded for a
Never even heard of this
cornerback, Ahkello Witherspoon. Traded a fifth-round pick from the 2023 draft. So 2 years from now, his draft pick, a fifth-round pick to Seattle for Ahkello Witherspoon. A little bit of backstory on Ahkello. This is his fourth season. He played 3 years in San Fran, started, good amount of games up there. Was kind of productive at times as well, man. Had some interceptions, really, had some really good games for them. Had signed with the Seattle Seahawks this offseason, a 1 year, $4 million deal. Obviously, it didn't work out there in terms of, I forgot the cornerback they ended up going with, but it was another guy that they had there. They ended up going with as their other starter,
Yeah, they brought Ahkello in to be the starter.
Yeah, and he
didn't win the job,
yeah.
So they caught him or wanted to trade him. At least.
Yeah, but they're on the hook for essentially 2.5 or 2.5 that because we're on the hook for 1.5 in terms of our cap hit on that. So in terms of the financials of it, and it makes great sense.
1 year deal.
Absolutely, and when you think of the position, cornerback, that is position in need. Now it gets interesting when we talk about him in terms of what his potential role could be, but I wanted to give you a chance to, react to him as well.
My takes.
Yeah.
Well, people are saying he's really talented, and from the looks of it, he is.
Yeah.
There's a mixed bag with him, though. He has a tweet that's out there that says, "I'm the best cornerback in the league when healthy." Mm-hmm. With a bunch of people that are San Fran fans that paid attention to him say he's like the least confident cornerback there is. Like whenever he gets down in the tubes, like he really gets down in the tubes. Mm-hmm. There's plays where he looks like the best cornerback in the league, or at least on the team whenever they had Richard Sherman. But other times, he's just off. Like, they had to bench him on their Super Bowl run. Mm-hmm. Like, he was their starting cornerback going into that divisional game. They benched him, like, midway through the game, didn't play in the conference championship or in the Super Bowl. So what do you make of it? He's bouncing around from the 49ers. Mm-hmm. The Seahawks sign him on a 1 year deal. Then they don't want to keep him. Yeah. I like the upside, though. I can't lie. The measurables are there. He's a third-round pick. Almost like Justin Lane a little bit.
Seriously, yeah. But a little bit more
I don't
productive.
think there's... No, exactly. Yeah, he's actually started... He's actually started in games and gone up against some big-time receivers. Yeah.
Why did we both react like that when I said that, bro? We should not be getting that hype about the fact that Justin Lane hasn't been that productive.
Oh, we were getting hype, you think?
A little bit. When I was like,
I'm more hype about Witherspoon.
I am too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we shouldn't be getting that hype, right? Should we? Nah, we can get that hype, bro. Absolutely, we can get that hype. I mean, he brought it on himself. Justin, not against you, Justin, but
He's had a good camp from what you were saying.
So I'm super happy with how he's progressed. I even went back and watched a couple of these other games from the preseason, just rewatching, make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing the correct way. And no, he's looked really good, man. Very impressive. But you continue though with yours, man.
Best case scenario, he could potentially be a stud cornerback for us. Worst case, it's like competition for cornerback 4, cornerback 5. Because right now, we're feeling pretty decent about Pierre on the outside, Sutton on the inside. But in case something goes wrong, we got a dude with some starters minutes on the 49ers, which is a really good defense. I like the move. I mean, extremely low risk, potential high reward.
Yeah, 100%, man. I back this move all the way. With Ahkello, like you said, mixed reviews. You watch him on tape, extremely gifted in terms of the length, speed. I love his ball skills. I'll do a Master Most film session. I'll get one of those out to y'all this week on Ahkello as well, man. Yeah, I took a little, you know, a little woosah.
New logo on that too, maybe.
Oh, come on now. You know we got a new logo.
Got the branding on point.
And trust me, we're gonna talk a little merch too as well, because we got new merch up here now. All right. We got some new heat. We're gonna talk about it though. But with Ahkello though, man, I do like how productive he is at playing the ball. He gets his head around. It's natural for him as well. It's not something that he's forced to do. You can just see certain guys are just comfortable getting their head around. And for him, he always does that. And he typically is in good position where he's not turning around too soon, because you'll have some guys that hear the concept, turn your head around and see the ball, and they don't understand when to do it. Meaning, right now, Deke, you're not touching me. So if you're in coverage on me, you should never be turning around to look for that ball. Your whole focus should be closing this space right here and getting to where you can touch me. Typically where your elbow can touch me, because if your elbow can touch me, that means you're close enough where you can match my catch radius, right? So with Ahkello, he understands when he needs to get his head around. He understands how to keep that space connected, right? So I like that a lot about him. I also like how physical he is. He doesn't second guess on screen plays. He doesn't second guess on perimeter runs. When he sees it happening, he puts his foot in the ground. He comes downhill. Man, watching him versus Arizona, you see him come downhill. He hit Larry Fitzgerald. I'm like, okay, Larry's a big dude. He doesn't shy away from that. He made a couple of plays like that, literally on the perimeter, where he's either in coverage or he's reading a screen and he's just, okay, I'm going to get it. And the reason why I bring that up is because we've obviously talked about a guy like Trey Noir. I hate to bring him up negatively, but just because he's the most recent guy, right? We talked about how at times he shows a little bit of hesitancy to shoot his gun in terms of going for a tackle. And by hesitating, sometimes it puts him in some bad positions where it just makes him look bad and he can't make the plays that he should be able to make routinely. But with Ahkello, he doesn't allow that space to happen. He doesn't second guess it. Now, we're not saying that he's always going to be right, because that's definitely not the case either. I mean, he'll miss a tackle, absolutely. But it's the intention. Because when you have that intention of a DB saying, I'm going to trigger and I'm going to force his action, that allows the cavalry to come. So if you make the tackle, great. But if you miss the tackle, you make that dude stop his feet, or he has to run you over or get out of that tackle, everybody else has time to get there. And that's what Ahkello does do consistently as well with the ball skills that he has. So for me, I like him a lot, man. I do. The thing is,
what do you think of those critiques of he was on the 49ers? Mm-hmm. They're happy to get rid of him. Mm-hmm. Seahawks, they sign him. They're pretty willing to get rid of him pretty easily.
But this is the thing, though. When you talk about San Fran, they went through a whole overhaul. No Sherman out there, right? Sherman was the guy that was opposite of him. And they got a new D coordinator as well, because we're Saleh. He's in New York. So I don't think of it necessarily as they're just so bent on getting rid of him. But when you go through changes like that, even if you promote from within, you don't think Keith Butler had different philosophies and perspective of players than Dick LeBeau? They were both here at the same time, but people are going to view people differently or have different expectations or want different personnel out there. So I kind of look at it as that. Now, I don't know all of the details in terms of, I mean, if I was like a beat writer out there, I would know him, but I don't know him like that. But that doesn't necessarily scare me away. And then the whole him signing to Seattle, the money tells me that they liked him enough. 1 for $4 million tells me they like him enough.
Take a shot.
Absolutely. Because if it was, I'm just ready to move on from him. Those are typically your 1 for 1.25s or your 1 for $2 million type things, right? The run of the mill, slow, like low level deals. This dude, his minimum might be $500,000, $600,000 right now. So you could just see when you're talking about the deal that they gave him, they looked at him and saw enough they want to do that. And Seattle didn't release him. They got a 5th-round pick in return. They could have released him. They
felt like the dude beat him out.
Yeah.
That was essentially it.
Right. So
there were a few teams that were reaching out.
Absolutely. So that's why I'm like, I don't think it's a bad thing.
On this one.
I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I mean, when you're talking about acquiring guys this time of year, they're going to have some type of question mark, right? If they're on the street, why are they available? Or if you're trading for them, once again, why are they available? Unless you're giving up a ransom for them, right? Why are they available? So you always have to, you think about those and you hear those thoughts. But if it's not injury related, to me, it doesn't scare me as much because he's an outside corner. He's not a slot guy. He's going to be out there challenging James Pierre. That's what it's going to be right now. And I like it because James Pierre's balled out. So Cam Sutton's
locked in the slot, you think, right now?
Yeah. I mean, unless you saying Arthur Marlette's going to challenge him for something like that.
I don't want that to be the case. Yeah. I want him to be locked in the slot.
Right. Like, I wouldn't want to do that. And yeah, I just wouldn't want to do that with him. Nah. Yeah, and like I said, with Ahkello, though, he's definitely outside corner. Like, that's what he does. Like, he has the size to play on the outside. He has the speed to play on the outside as well. And he's technically sound. So I like that because James Pierre, right? James Pierre balled out. And we said, man, James Pierre should get the nod. He should get that opportunity. But we also said James Pierre hasn't done it in the regular season for a long time just yet. At least Ahkello has regular season reps, starts for multiple seasons, right? Now, they weren't consecutive, but he would have starts on occasion. If the James Pierre situation falls flat, you at least got a proven guy. If James Pierre balls out, well, now you got really, really good depth, right? Because when we're comparing Ahkello versus a Justin Lane versus, I'm trying to think. I got to see who they brought back. I mean, with the
I don't think we have anyone else. It's just Arthur Marlette we brought back.
Yeah, that was it. Because I was trying to think, did we bring another corner on practice squad? It was the Carl Joseph move.
Yeah, exactly.
That was it. Yeah. So at least you have another corner that is competent, can go out there and you'll feel good about him without the question marks of, okay, James Pierre and Justin Lane, were y'all just playing well because of these preseason matchups, or are y'all actually good corners right now? At least with Ahkello, you have an idea about him.
Yeah, this is one of those I'm just going to trust the Steelers on because he's a name that was not being thrown out there at all. I think it was Brian Callahan on the Broncos. They were talking about trading him, and then a couple of the dudes were free agents, like Trufant.
Because Trufant
Dunbar.
had the situation
who else
with
am I
his
missing?
dad.
There was, and then Jimmy Moore.
Somebody just got signed, though, a veteran corner as well. Dang, on. Was it Dunbar?
Might have.
It might have been Dunbar. Because I want to say he signed before we traded for Ahkello.
Okay.
And I remember saying to myself, I like the trade for Ahkello way better than signing that corner.
Yeah, he was not on my radar at all, but considering that as soon as the Seahawks put it out there, I don't know how they did, saying like, yeah, he lost a job, he's probably going to be a depth guy for us.
Yeah.
Multiple teams reaching out pretty much immediately, and the Steelers were the ones that were able to get the deal done. I'm going to trust them on that. They must like what they saw. Yeah. Do you think there's anything our cornerbacks coach can teach him, or, can he unlock something with Witherspoon that he hasn't seen with the 49ers or Seahawks? I don't know. It's worth a chance.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I think that, number one, he brings you a veteran presence. Number two, he doesn't have to come in here and be the guy. I mean, I saw the comments as well about him saying that, he feels like he's the best corner when he's healthy and things like that.
The 49ers people were saying that was the fakest comment they've ever heard. Because I told you, they're like, he's like the weakest mentally guy out there.
And for me, man, I'm not saying I saw that, but you watch enough tape, certain stuff pops up. So yeah, I'm not completely against their assessment right there. I just thought maybe he was going through it. Like, it was like a moment. That's how I looked at it.
Why he tweeted that out? Or he didn't tweet it out. He said it in an interview.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like when you watch like a couple of the games though. Just
when he gets down low.
Yeah, if he has a little moment. Yeah. But you ain't supposed to be happy if you have a little moment, man. It happens. That's what the moment is for.
Yeah, maybe.
Sometimes you got to go low to get back high, man.
Maybe getting signed with Seattle, them getting rid of him like this before the season starts.
Motivated now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe there's something to that.
Contract year.
Because you got to think, he kind of had things, I don't want to say handed to him in San Fran, but like coming in, he was starting pretty young those first 3 years.
Absolutely.
They're on Super Bowl runs and everything. You think you still have it maybe. I'm going to prove everyone wrong with Seattle. 1 year, $4 million deal.
Division too.
And then you lose that job. Okay, you got to be really motivated.
Absolutely, man. Contract year though. And he gets the revenge game too because we play Seattle.
Yeah.
Got the revenge game, baby. So that's going to be fun, man.
Oh, he was rocking number 2 out there. Is he rocking 25? Did I see that right?
Yeah, he's 25 because he's at 25. Joe Schobert switched to 93. Jameer Jones, I think, went to 40, and Buddy Johnson went 46.
I think he went 45.
45. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, some weird numbers.
93 for Schobert.
I don't know what that was about. 93. Yeah.
What did he have initially? Didn't he have 45?
Yeah, he did when he came here. Yeah, 45.
Yeah, I thought that was better. 93s, that's bad.
I just remember what he wore in Cleveland.
It was 50-something. Yeah. I think it was 53.
Yeah, it might be. Because that's what he wore in Jacksonville as well.
Might have. 51 maybe?
51.
I don't know.
Bro. I can't. All the news
93 is the one off the wall, though, for sure.
I
wasn't expecting that. Yeah, good move, dude.
I like it, though, man.
I don't think there's anything else to this, really. Yeah. He could potentially be a stud for us at some point in the season if things aren't going well with Pierre or even any of our cornerbacks. Just who knows? Joe Hayden gets hit with COVID or something. To have him, it's just a great move. And if he has all this potential that everyone's talking about, who knows? Maybe our cornerbacks coach can unlock something.
Facts. But no, shout out to the move though. I like the trade though, man. I definitely do. I need to also
they didn't tap into our 2022 picks because we're basically out.
What I saw was I was like, yeah, we got a 5th round. I was like, oh, 2023. I was like, oh, y'all are wild.
We do have some of those comp picks coming in probably though. I don't think we can trade them right now.
Yeah,
though.
And they said the Ahkello trade won't affect the comp pick, and then they said with the Joe Schobert move, it shouldn't affect it too much either. Okay. From what I've seen, they said we still should be good with the comp picks that we're supposed to be getting.
Nice.
We'll see. I never really look into that formula like that this early. I'm not a comp pick guy like that, but yeah. But what I was saying was I need to go ahead and end this TB12 poll because 17 minutes, about 270 people then voted in it. 68% say the real TB12 is Tom Brady.
Damn.
So they said, man, here we go, Steelers.
I was going to say, that's even in a Steelers.
That's a very heavy Steelers chat. Yeah.
Man.
So that means it's signed, sealed, delivered. It's ultra stamped if that's the case. All right. So let's see. Where do we want to go? Well, actually, before we go there, we do got to talk about the new merch that we got, man.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. So probably can't see it right here, but if you're looking under the video, right, in any of our previous videos now, we got new merchandise, new logos. For the people that were on at the beginning of the show, you saw the new podcast logo as well. But not only new merchandise, new pricing as well. So new hoodies up there. New hoodies, and you got multiple color options, right? You can go gold for the Steelers, white, black, gray, a couple options with that. The t-shirts, new logos as well. Got the tank tops. The new tank top is dope. And you can't forget about the new coffee mugs too. Coffee mugs, and it's a Yeti in that thing, baby. I was over here like, man, I'm a Yeti guy. I like my little Yetis, baby. But yeah, man, ton of new merch. Everything is available right there under the video and in the description box. You'll see the link that just simply says, to get some merch, click the link. It's that simple, baby. So, I know y'all rock with the show like that. We got the new logos for you. Got the new merch out there, man. So show the people that now that it's time for the new season to be here, we got the new merch and y'all rocking with us all the way in this thing, baby. Yes, indeed.
I'm liking that pricing. I might need to cop some.
Come on now, man. Because I'm a man of the people. I was unaware of the pricing initially, right?
Did you do 99?
No. So check it out, right?
Yeah, I see it. $32.99.
So initially, I'm not a setup guy, right? So we just had a couple calls, couple meetings. I'm like, yo, talk about the numbers for like the shirts and stuff. Like, are just getting traction? She's like, yo, a ton of people are viewing it. Just not a lot of people buying it. I'm like, well, what's the price is set at? We looked at the price like, oh. And I did think of your 99 concept. I'm not going to lie. I was like, whoa.
Did you have them at 00?
My initially, I wanted them at zeros.
Okay.
But then talking to you, and I started thinking, I was like, huh. 19 over $20. The 99 just sounds better. I had like a group think tank going on, man. Like most people asking, like, yo, all right, how do you price this? Or what's the? And my wife used to work retail. DD Smalls, he was a heavy person in this thing. We're like, yo, just all right, how we gonna get this thing chopped up, man? But shout out to the new price and shout out to the committee, man, the council, man, coming through. And yeah, man, show some love, man. Like I said, man, if y'all rocking with the new merch, man, definitely get that. And hey, man, on social media, as we talked about, you share the pictures of it, I'll reshare it, man. Y'all know I shout you out. That's what we do. That is what we do. And the homie Black Martyr is here now also.
I saw him. Yeah,
He's here now also. You know, I figured when I saw his comment come up, I said, this is perfect because I'm going to shout out this new merch that we got. And then after that, we're going to transition into my man, Black and Martyr, simply coming through, spreading love, saying, hit that like button. You absolutely right, Black and Martyr. Now that I think about it, I mean, see what, about 500 people on right now, about 240 of them likes. It's not what we request, it's what the YouTube requests. And when Black and Martyr comes in and says this, we are obligated. All right? It is our duty to just relay that message to the people. So we did that. Shout out to you, Black and Martyr. Hit that like button, baby. That's simple. Then we also got Andrew Noel. Says, no fun league. Who will be first Steeler to get a taunting penalty? Now, I saw this conversation
Claypool.
coming up. Everybody was saying Claypool too. Bro.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying Claypool. I think you're onto something. Yeah.
I don't even think that's a debate.
Because I was like, Juju, I feel like he's a little bit more mature right now. He's in like a little good space right now. It's good, Juju.
Yeah, I can see Juju dancing and stuff, but usually after he gets a touchdown or something, it's not a taunting. Chase I can't think of anyone else. I really can't.
Chase is that guy right now.
Someone on defense, maybe? No, I can't see it.
Obviously, because I don't see Juju doing it. I don't see TJ, Alex, Devin, nah. Minka. But Minka, when it happened early, it would have to like somebody would have to set him off. And then from there, he's trying to like show them up. But I've really only seen that happen like once or twice for him either. So yeah.
Claypool. Definitely the
odds on favorite. They said Joe hated?
Maybe.
Wait. Maybe he might flex on him, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I could get it.
Yeah, because he's been around the league for so long and that hasn't really been called like that. Maybe
you're right.
Maybe it'll just slip his mind.
I'm trying to think who we got smoked with up there in Buffalo. Emmanuel Sanders been around for a while. Maybe he got smoked with E. Sanders. Maybe Cleveland Steelers rivalry. Because E. Sanders was definitely here. Emmanuel Sanders was definitely here while Joe was in Cleveland. Yeah. So maybe that's it then. Maybe they got some beef. Maybe he'll flex on him.
Yeah, maybe Sanders.
Yeah.
Sanders with Hayden.
You better watch out.
Week 1.
Better watch out, man. We getting flags around here. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Claypool for me.
They said Big Ben getting that first time call. What's he going? What Big gonna do? First down? He don't even symbolize. He don't do first downs.
I don't think he's ever
just
gotten close to anything like that.
Yeah. Even when he's been like the questionable hits from like Baltimore, I've never seen him like I've seen him get up and bleed, but we never seen him like go after people like the Phillip Rivers or how Brady was. None of that.
No. Like even Seymour had that cheap shot on him like back in 2012 or 13. He didn't do anything. He took the shot with the Ravens. His nose is like broken busted. In half.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's weird, bro.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything like that. Outside of maybe like just getting into a scuffle and trying to break things up, I haven't seen him get like heated like that.
Maybe he's
like talking to a ref a little bit sometimes. Like
maybe he's like a Swami. Maybe he just walks around in certain zen, and he's always one with the environment, one with the universe. That's why.
It might be true.
Shout out to him for that though, man. I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. But shout out to Black and Mortar, baby. We appreciate you, and shout out to Andrew Noel for those 2 comments. Then after that, we got Matt. I said Mike. Matt I keep saying Mike, dude. Matt Mixage, Lord. Let's get that out the way. But he says, shout out to Moats and JMU Dukes. Absolutely, man. The Dukes got that thing done this weekend. It was beautiful, man. They took care of business. I got a chance to call my game, and I had a blast with that. And it was a fun time, man.
What was the best call you brought?
Actually, man, we had a kicker, dude, who is 3 points away now from, I think he'll pass Dan Carpenter. You remember Dan Carpenter? He used to kick for the Dolphins, kick with us in Buffalo for a little while. But he's like 3 field goal away from passing him on like the all-time thing, like all-time field goal list. So every time he was hitting a field goal, I was like, yo, just hit him with the DJ Khaled. Another one. That was like my vibe right there. And you think, man, they scored like 60-something points. Another one. So you hit him with, bro.
You kind of sound like him.
Sometimes you drop. Yeah, another one. So that was probably the one I think of the most. I think I saw someone tweet about it, so it stuck in my head a little bit more too.
Cool.
But yeah, man, it was a fun little vibe though, man. It was a fun vibe.
I'm sure, bro.
Felt good to be back in the booth. I tell you that.
It's been a while for you, huh?
It had been, man, because I didn't do any spring games. Yeah,
that's got to be dope doing your school though,
bro. I love it. Cause like the best of both worlds, you come back and it's like, oh, I'm home. But then when you get to do the broadcast as well, it's like, it takes it even to a bigger place.
Yeah,
man.
You get your reps. Aren't you with a dude that's like the GOAT down there?
Yeah, he's been doing it forever. Like 30+ year guy. Yeah.
So you get that. Mm-hmm. You're getting your reps in. You're back down at your school.
Bro, I'm just living the dream,
man.
I come in here the next day and I get to work with you. Like, bro,
damn.
I'm just enjoying my life right now. Can I just be in a happy place, bro?
Should be.
Even in chaos, I stay happy, baby. You got to.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then after that, man, Michael Patrick McCracken swung the block again on us. And this was going back to the Carl Joseph comment where he was saying basically Carl Joseph's WVU highlights, shout out to West Virginia Go Ears, said had him looking like he was Ronnie Lott. Brings up a point, baby.
Hey, he was a first-round pick, right?
He was.
I don't know too much about him. Back in like WVU. Yeah, I really don't.
Yeah. See, on my Steelers radio show, I got my diehard West Virginia guy. Shout out to my dog Wes in the building, man. But yeah, he's diehard West Virginia, so he gives me like the rundown on all my West Virginia guys. It's top to bottom. Yo, you got what this dude right here? Oh, he was a beast here. Oh, let me tell you about this. Man, I can't stand Shady because that pit. Yeah. It's like that. That's my dog. And it's funny because you're the opposite. You're Pitt.
Yeah. Pitt.
So I'm like, oh man, this is beautiful here.
Pitt's got some guys. Usually they do pretty well in the pros.
And Pitt took care of business too this week. They beat what? UMass, right?
Oh yeah, they smoked them.
They took care of UMass.
They smoked them.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. Pickett looked good. Yeah, all around they look good. Like the defensive line looked awesome. You can't say anything bad about their performance.
I like that. And we'll talk a little bit more college ball too Wednesday. That's going to be part of the Wednesday shows, man. We're going to definitely have a time where we chopping about the college games, recapping, and obviously previewing some of them as well, man. So keep that on the I don't even know how you say that, but we'll just let that thing be out there so now y'all know. So we talk college ball, that's when that'll be, all right? But
Pitt and JMU, huh?
Hey, man. Might have a little W though, man. Might have a little W. I low key, even though I'm not a Penn State guy, I'm so like connected to them. Just like with the people that
they got lucky.
There, they did.
They got so lucky.
They did, bro. They definitely did. But they got to get that quarterback situation right too, bro. They struggle a little bit, man.
You think he sucks? I only watched most of the first half and I went golfing.
I don't want to say he sucks, but it's lacking. Like when you watch some of these other teams, some of these other quarterbacks and what they're able to do, and you would think at Penn State they should have a guy that could do similar things. It just didn't look like that completely. But they're also young. Their team isn't like the oldest team, but I don't know, man. I feel like I have to watch them more. I mean, obviously Peasy's little son's out there now. It's his second year there. He's starting out there. That was dope. They even showed Big Peasy, Joey Porter. He was in the crowd with his wife, man. It was beautiful to see them. But then I got one of my other young boys that just committed there, 4-star recruit. He should be getting his 5th star, man.
Where's he out of?
Out of Maryland, man. So I played football with his dad at JMU.
Okay.
His Kevin Winston Jr. So I played with his dad at JMU. His dad was like my OG, my mentor. So he was the senior as a true freshman. I'm coming in, showed me the ropes, taught me everything. Then, fast forward around, I'm like, dude, now your little man just committed to go to, Penn State. Like, this is crazy to me. So I feel like I have to keep watching Penn State.
Keep the tabs
But I've
on
told you plenty of times, like, I'm not a Penn State guy because they ain't want to offer me. They wanted to go with some cat from Jersey with a Letterman and a bald head. I still don't know his name, but I'll never forget the Letterman and the bald head because I saw him get the offer before I got my offer, and I didn't get my offer. So I was a little upset about that. I hold grudges every once in a while. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we're going to talk that college ball, though, man. Definitely got to do that.
That'll be good.
Yes, indeed. And we got 3 more upper room members that we'll shout out, and then from there, got some more stuff we got to talk about.
Let's do it.
So this first one is Shoddy Bills. Shoddy Bills, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then after that, we got Christian Cahill. Christian Cahill, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And then we got Jesse Walker tuning in. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We got a comment that just came in. Basically saying Moats is big time. David Dupree. Michael Strahan has you on his radar as the next man of influence, Mr. Moats. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds pretty good. Michael Strahan's up there in the media game.
You guys never retired too, man.
The Giants.
Yeah.
That's deserving. He was pretty damn good.
That's dope, man. I like that, though. I like that. But
is this a real thing?
I don't know.
I need to look at this. I need to look at this. Because maybe he does. He is like media guys to watch. And you're on a list.
Who would make a list of media guys to watch, bro? That doesn't even sound right, man. You gotta chill out, bro. Chill out.
No.
Chill out, man. Chill out.
Influence.
Definitely not, man. Definitely not.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything right now.
Me, man. I know him. He don't know me though. You know how that go.
I don't know. I think David's up to something. We all know David, right? I don't think he's just throwing stuff out there.
But you know what? I ain't messing with y'all. Y'all leave me alone. We ain't playing with y'all today, man.
I'm going to look into that a little bit more.
No, you're not.
That'd be pretty cool if he has a top 10 list.
If he had a media top 10 list, bro, it would be pretty dope.
And you're on it.
But, bro, come on. We ain't going there. We ain't doing it.
You might be, dude.
Yeah. Tomorrow. I'll be on it tomorrow, man.
All right, what do we got? We got another topic. We hitting anything else in the chat here?
So actually, man, we're about to hop into the chat a little bit heavier in our next segment, which is the Get It Off Your Chest segment. So, ladies and gentlemen, man, I'm gonna bring a little context around here. All right. So typically when we do Get It Off Your Chest, it's right after a game, right? We'll have the phone lines open for the upper room members. Y'all can call in, and then from there we'll have it playing live, right? But it was no game this weekend. So we weren't going to have the phone lines open to just the upper room. So what we were going to do for today's segment of Get It Off Your Chest, because this will always be our segment that we do on the shows after the game, all right? Whenever we got the Monday shows right after the game, we're going to get it off our chest, all right? You got to talk about it, man, whether you're happy, sad, whatever's going on. So today, what we're going to rock out is in the chats, all right? Whatever you feeling. All right. If it's something that you made you happy today, made you happy over the weekend, put it in the chat. If it's something that you pissed off about, TJ Watt ain't signed yet, Deke, I'm hot, put it in the chat. We're going to shout you out. We're going to talk about it real quick. All right. So that's this segment right here. That's what we're going to do. So let us know, man. Get it off your chest. We're going to read them off and have a little bit of fun with this thing. Now, you got something you want to start with? I can start first. How you want to do that day? I could definitely start first.
I'm kind of in a good mood lately.
That's good. The taco meat sauce is extra fluffy.
I don't know what it is. Went up to camp this weekend. Maybe that's it. You're able to get away. College football was fun.
Okay.
I'm trying to take that mindset you were talking about, man. Just staying positive, really. There's no point in being negative.
I'm to the point now, man. I wake up and you know what I say? I look myself in the mirror. I got this from Cameron, too. Heard Cameron doing an interview. He said, bro, I gas myself up in the mirror. He's like, I look in the mirror and I be like, yo, you that dude. He said, I work on how I walk, how I pimp, how I say what up to people. So now when I wake up, I be like, yo, you that dude. Man, you gonna be happy. You know why? Because you nice. I be brushing my teeth, bro. Like, bro, you Moats. So that's how I rock out now, man. I like it, man. Shout out to Cameron.
There's always going to be complaints you could have about Madden. I can always give you those. I can always complain about people ripping on the Steelers with bad takes or ripping on the fake fans. But I think there is a time and a place. I'm in a good mood right now, so I don't really feel like getting anything off my chest.
All right. Well, look like we got some coming in right here, though. All right. So the Matthew 415 says, I'm excited about the Giants' future for the first time in forever.
Giants.
Shout out to the Giants, man. All right, man. Hey, you got to get up. Maybe he felt that inside. Sometimes you
feeling
got to
Danny
hide
Dimes.
that. Maybe he had that suppressed. And he needed to get that off his chest. We shouting out to you, man, for getting it off your chest, baby. Hey, Kyle Smith simply saying that my man Najee Harris will have, I think it was, oh, man, it just bumped up on me. Oh, man, but I think he was saying that, Najee will rush for 125 yards. He need to get that off his chest. It's cool. Get it off your chest then, baby. That's how we rocking with it. Thomas Riley simply popping up to say RIP Tunch Ilkin once again, man. A great man, an absolute great man right there, baby.
I got Alpha Mango. This is about the TJ situation. I understand where TJ is coming from, but my guy is still on contract. So I also understand the organization's position in the matter. I obviously want the deal done, but does it have to be now?
Technically doesn't have to be now.
No, not at all.
It doesn't. All right. Alex Bravo Jr. simply says Moats rocks. Well, shout out to you, man. You rock as well, baby. Yes, you do. And then let's see. Ooh, Chaz Fatur says we'll regret losing Mike Hilton. Plain and simple. Brings up a good point.
We'll see what Pierre does.
Absolutely. Pierre Allen.
We got Witherspoon now too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, if they could ball out, because I'm confident enough in Sutton in the slot, we're going to miss out on Hilton's blitzing, but in terms of coverage, Sutton will fill in just fine.
No question, man. No question. Alex Bravo Jr., you know what he just said? He just gave us with the Moats rocks. Now he said Deke rocks. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to you, Alex. Like I said, you definitely rock, baby. And this next one you'll probably like. Steeler Nation 412 says Ben gonna get 300 passing yards, 2 tutty birds. And then Najee going for 73 yards with 2 tutties as well.
Okay. I like that. Okay. I like that. I actually think it's gonna be more Najee in week 1 though. I do. Too. I'm thinking Ben 260, 270 clean game, 2 or 3 touchdowns. I think Najee's going off. Dude, I just got that feeling.
You know, I need him to go off. He's my RB1. Yeah. I drafted my fantasy team, man. He is my running back. I do have a quarterback by the name of Ben Roethlisberger as well on my roster.
You need to put him in a different position, though.
I'll put him as a flex, maybe. Not QB1. I can't go QB1 right now. I got my,
That's tough, dude.
I'm kind of torn, too, with this situation. Because
Lamar's a good fantasy quarterback.
I've never done that before, though. I've never had, like, guys from the opposition. Like, division, and I have division guys on my team this year. It's kind of weird for me.
I get what you're saying.
I don't know how I feel about it right now.
A lot of Steeler fans have this dilemma.
I do not know how I feel right now about this, man.
5 years ago, you get AJ Green on your team.
Yeah, bro. Like,
he's a top 5 receiver. It's like, what do you do when they face the Steelers? How do you feel if the Bengals are winning? He's scoring touchdowns. It's always a dilemma. So I just quit fantasy, dude. I told you. I'm just done with it.
I can easily see it, bro. It puts you in a situation. I'm in a bind. Yeah.
All I would do ever is just try to trade for Steelers a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I'm just not doing it. I'm not in the mood to be doing that right now. I mean, Ben would be honestly, my whole team would probably be Steelers if I was.
Yeah. I mean, my team is Steelers, Bills, and sprinkle of the division. But yeah, you go with what you know, man.
Well, I was telling you, we got DraftKings. I might do that best ball.
Oh, yeah.
Like you definitely talked about that. I was interested in that. So I could probably get a Steelers lineup in there.
Yeah.
My concern is if I was doing leagues, I think I've told you this before. I'm doing leagues with my buddies. I know they're taking Ben first round. They're trying to have me trade like my whole team for him or something like that. They'll be douchey about it. So that's why I'm not even doing it right now. Unless I got signed statements saying like, all right, I can pre-pick these guys and they're already on my roster. Yeah. That's the only way I'm doing it. You want me in your league? That's how it's got to be done.
Mandatory. Got to have my Steelers.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to that though, man. Next up, man, we got G. Alexander. Oh, he said, Wagwan, what you know now, boy? Now and obviously he says Steelers to the Super Bowl. So shout out to the Steelers. They definitely got to go ahead and win that Super Bowl, man. But shout out to you, G. Let me find out you know a little something over there. All right. See who else got something they want to get off their chest today in the chat. I see Nick White just simply saying he representing the North.
He's talking about his fantasy backs too. He says man. Nick Chubb, Najee Harris, and he had Dobbins, so he had kind of the same scenario as you. Yeah, he had AFC North.
Absolutely. Then also in the super chat portion, man, we got Michael Patrick McCracken. Shout out to you. He says, "I'll pay $100 to the Madden winner between Stephanie Ramirez versus Deke."
Well, we're already talking about that tournament. I figured that was going to be the round 1 matchup. That's what I thought. Or do we want to be in the same division and meet in like the conference championship or something?
I want y'all in a big game. Like,
what if I don't make it?
I know. What if she doesn't make it, right? But that is a good point, though. Oh, yeah.
That could be the build-up for the next tourney, though, because like if one of us gets bounced, it's like,
you know what? Tournament or not, you could treat this kind of like when Brady they did the golf thing where it was him and who was on it was him and Mickelson right? Versus Rodgers and I forgot who was on Rodgers' team, but
recently it was Rodgers and DeChambeau. They did it the first time with Peyton Manning and Tiger.
That's what it was. Okay, so it could be just a one-off where y'all just had that game like that, and if Michael's putting up the 100, I'll double it just because I like the shenanigans. I'll double it and throw in shots at 1942 because I know Stephanie is a 1942 person. I'm a 1942 tequila person. Shoot me up. That's what we do. And I know Deke is down for whatever. So we could, hey, Michael Patrick McCracken, you got some good, hey, we'll think that up.
Listen, I told you, as soon as I get this new gaming desktop, we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Because right now,
coming soon.
This thing is garbage that I got. It is so bad.
Well, if it's not ready by LA, worst case, I'll bring a whole system out there. Like, we'll just have a whole setup, man.
No, I'm expecting to have it end of the month. I'm expecting to have it maybe early October, but we'll get something going. Hopefully within the week of me getting it, we'll figure out the technology. You could be announcing the game. We're streaming the game live. And there is a setting, I think, on these PS5s and stuff where like we could time out the matchups. Like
you want to put a time limit on and Stephanie's time together?
What I mean is our matchups at 7 p.m. let's say.
Oh, y'all going right into the prime time. She's not a 1 o'clock. Okay. She's
No.
Well,
Yeah, this is gonna be prime time tournament and everything. So
okay.
We go 7, and then the next matchup we could have at 8. And what I think you could do, like if I'm friends with these people on my PS5, I think you can screen share. So like I could have it propped up on my screen and it's getting shared to Twitch and everything, and you could be able to see. So like,
so it'd be perfect. Yeah.
So it's not only that you're seeing we could watch all the games.
All the games. That'd be dope.
We could maybe even have a scouting report for the next week's matchup or something.
Come on, man. Look, you gotta get your thing together, man. So we can get this thing.
It's getting there. I'm just saying though, this is the type of cool stuff we could be doing.
Because this build up is happening, man. The build up is happening.
So me and Stephanie are not around one matchup, or no? Like, what's the vote on that?
It's a mix. I feel like tournaments, y'all definitely y'all might have to match up. But even if it's not in a tournament, y'all have to have like the 1v1 cash on deck, shots on deck. Like it has to be one of those type of high stakes just because of it's Deke. And if we did it anything else, it would be small Deke energy. Now, I don't know Stephanie personally, but nobody likes small Deke energy, bro. We're big Deke people over here, man. All right.
Is anyone else putting up some more money? Are we trying to get this pot up to a K?
Oh, we want to get it to y'all put it to the K, we'll match it. I'm just saying, man. We can get this thing popping, baby. The 1942.
Well, we already got 200. Someone offered 100. You matched it. Yeah, right?
I said I'll match it. Whatever y'all raise, I'll match it.
Oh, what? Wow.
What's up?
Damn.
What, see, when we got these new rolly chairs, you see, I just was able to talk to me, Deke. What's up, man? What's up, Deke?
Hey, I'm not complaining about that. I'm definitely not.
We're going to match the pot. That's what we on today, man.
This could take care of the gaming PC, actually.
Yeah, absolutely could. Absolutely could.
I got to practice, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, they're definitely going to drop a new quarterback by then. Wait, Stephanie, what team do you have? Like, do you play Ultimate Team? That's the question. I don't know if
find out, Stephanie.
She might be rocking a God Squad.
Because right now she just simply said, I'm gonna be waiting for Deke with 3 fire emojis and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 heart emojis.
She must really love the game of Madden. Emojis.
Like, I don't know if it's the Madden or if it's just Deke. She's waiting for Deke. So Deke, show up. And you better not lose. That's a lot of money and a lot of 1942 that Stephanie will be leaving on your behalf. All right? She gonna turn around. She gonna start her own show. She gonna start her own gaming channel. Like, yo, I call this the I whooped on Deke and made all this money channel. That's what she gonna call it, bro. You better be careful. She'll have new logos and merch coming out. Yeah. All right.
I'm seeing mixed things. They're saying she's got a Steelers themed team. She hasn't answered yet. Someone's saying she's about to run a Ratbird squad.
Uh-oh.
She hasn't responded yet, so I don't know what type of team she has yet.
Okay.
That'll make a difference. That does make a difference.
Man. It definitely will. While we're waiting on Stephanie to respond about her squad, another person that got it off their chest was Chase Grieve. I think I said that right. And this is what Chase said, man. Chase really got it off his chest right here. Chase says, Moats, I need to get this off my chest. This disrespect that everyone gives the Steelers is BS. We need to come out and hit Buffalo in the mouth and prove everyone wrong. See, that's what I'm talking right there, baby. That's passion. I feel you on that, Chase. I feel you. We do
that's why I think Najee's going to go off.
Gotta be Najee, baby.
Dan Moore starting. Dotson.
And Najee, we trust.
Running to that left side a lot.
Yeah, and Najee, we trust. Absolutely. Then we also had Jeremy Price. Jeremy Price, shout out to you as well, man. He simply says, shout out to Kevin Green back in Madden. And Joe Hayden's new card is fire, man. You got to scoop him up for your next video. Talking about you, D. Come on, man. You got the boy Joe Hayden on your card? You got the new card yet or not?
Just dropped today. Didn't have time.
Because I saw the Kevin Green one. You did the video for that. I saw that one.
That dropped over the weekend. Yeah. That's a pretty damn good car. They got him at like 90 speed, basically. Dude, they have I'm telling you, they have Spillane at 90 speed. Wow. It's crazy. Like, I don't even think Claypool's at... Wow. Claypool might be at 90, but Spillane might be the fastest dude on my defense right now.
That is crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, they soup Spillane up for whatever reason. But no, they got a good Joe Hayden, and yeah, it's a free card. Yeah. You just got to get 3 sacks in like some game mode. So yeah, I'll be doing that probably tonight, tomorrow. I don't know. Okay. Hopefully there's not a time limit on it, but that's the next move. That's actually a big card for them to drop for us. Okay. So our defense is terrible. Like they've absolutely screwed the Steelers team. We might be like, if you're ranking them, we might be like one of the lower tiers right now with the cards that they gave us. Like they've stacked.
That's the thing I don't understand, because you think
it's
about
all
the
about
Steelers'
timing.
all-time roster too. Like they probably have the best all-time roster. At least you would think they would.
It's a mix between like us, the 49ers, Washington's usually up there because they got some random people that have bounced around teams. Like Deion Sanders is on Washington. That's what I mean. All you got to be is on a team for one season.
What?
That's why Steelers are really good too with Vic. Like whenever Vic gets a really good card.
Because he did come.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get it back out.
In my opinion, like Ben's card was better than Vic's last year. Weirdly, they didn't give him a good release. Like he was fast, but the pocket passers are typically better because they got like better abilities.
Got you.
So we'll see. Like if they drop a Vic card right now, though, like I mean, if he'd be like 90 overall, he'd be the best quarterback on the roster because they only gave Ben a 78.
Gotcha.
But right now, yeah, they didn't give a lot of cards for us. It could be different though. 2 months later, I could be telling you we have the best team. It's all just in how they drop. That's the weird part about it.
So we did get Stephanie's answer.
Okay.
She runs a Steelers themed team.
Oh wow.
But people are saying she needs to start Mason at quarterback. That's what they're saying right now.
Wow. All right. So hold on. How can
she
we
has
do
a Steelers
this?
theme though.
Should I start Haskins then? Would that have to be what it is?
She go Mason, you go Haskins.
Because what I mean, because Mason's like a 69 overall.
Okay.
Haskins is 70. I'm just saying to be fair.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's close.
We could do it that way.
Yeah. Heck, bro, you better hold it down for Haskins too, bro.
Or do I start Dobbs? He's got some speed.
Ooh. Who's better in the game, Dobbs or Haskins? I would assume Haskins.
I don't know.
Right?
I did a quarterback competition. Duck probably won, actually. Duck was slinging it out.
Huh.
Dobbs or Haskins?
I don't know, man.
Haskins was throwing some dots, too, whenever I was doing it.
Oh. Now, Stephanie brought up another part of your bet, too.
Okay.
You're going to have to come back with another bet, too, bro. Because she says now, if she wins, she also wants you to take care of her upper room membership as well. And a Moats book. $5 a month. And she says she wants a Moats book. You got to take care of all that. That's out of your pocket, all right?
I don't know about that.
No freebies to you. just because it's Stephanie. Yeah, you'd have to pay for that one. And I only want cash.
I could do a 1-year membership. I'm not doing this lifelong membership here.
Every week, just
until I die.
Month. Yeah, you just owe it.
Oh my god!
As long as the channel is in, you just gotta pay for it. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like that's kind of a little lopsided. She gonna make all that money and you paying? That's worse than child support, baby. Dang.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Don't do that.
I'll have to think.
This gonna be here for longer than child support. This gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, man, you don't want that.
I don't know about that deal. Okay. Hey, we still got time though. We got like I said, a month or so until I get this PC. We can think of more stipulations, but all right, she's throwing that out there.
She's trying to get you, man. Don't let her do that to you,
Steelers versus Steelers theme team.
Don't let her get you like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like you if you got Haskins though, and she got Mason.
I think a lot of people would.
I'm just saying, I like you, bro. I like it, bro.
Mason was the only quarterback of my backup quarterbacks that lost the game.
Oh, there you have it. See, that's simple, man.
Yeah, Haskins did good for me.
Yep. Alrighty. Looks like we also have a new upper room member as well. As we transition a little bit more with this, because we're keeping the upper. We got to keep this getting it off your chest going, man. But this is pretty funny. See how this thing goes right here? That's the beauty of get it off your chest. It could go wherever. That's what it's supposed to be. Get it off your chest. Don't always have to be football related. It could be Madden related. It could be love interest. It could be whatever. That's the purpose of getting it off your chest, baby. That's what we do, all right? But let's see.
I got one.
All right, where you at?
Jesse Walker. Hey, Moats, I got to get this off my chest. I don't think the league is ready for Freiermuth. He's my Pro Bowl sleeper for our squad. Pat 88 is going to get one on Edmonds. Watch to start the season.
That's gonna be the one. I think honestly though, Edmonds gonna match up. I mean, not Edmonds. Excuse me. I think that Pat is gonna be matched up more with Matt Milano than Edmonds up there.
Okay.
I think they'll keep Edmonds more in the box. They ain't gonna have him out there with Pat. Pat's tough, bro. You're not just matching up with that. You don't want that.
Milano's the better coverage guy.
Yeah, definitely is, man. Definitely is. And I'm going to do this because it's a fake pump of myself, so I shall do it. But Brendan Matthews, shout out to Brendan Matthews right here. He wanted to get something off his chest. And he simply says, the new merch is fire, by the way. So you know what, man?
Shout out.
We're going to read that. You say something nice about the merch, absolutely, I'm going to shout you out, baby. I can't help myself. I can't. I was excited about the merch. I ain't going to lie. We was about to be late to the show because I was trying to show Deke the merch before we was getting the thing rolling. I'm like, yo, forget the live. We got to look at the shirts, bro. This is us. We look good. Want coffee? Get you a mug, bro. We're evolving. That's what evolving.
Yeah, merch looks good. Logo looks good.
Hey,
shout out to Roach, man.
Hey, man. Shout out to the homie Roach. More important, this new template looks good, too. Shout out to the person that designed that.
Nah. Come on, man.
They say it's the GOAT.
Nah.
It's the GOAT, man. You
get inspired from different places. Yeah. Nah, it ain't me. It's a team effort.
It ain't me. I'm just here.
Yeah, exactly.
He's so humble.
Nah, it ain't like that.
Leader. That's what we call it. Leader. A man of the people. Yep. Then after that, man, let's go UW, though. Pops up, and he says, sup, guys. Sorry for being late. Or excuse me, says, sup, guys. Sorry for being late here. But thank God that college games are back. No better atmosphere than being on campus for a game. Let's go UW. Were you at a game? Because I'm trying to think where the University of Wyoming. I don't know who they played.
I think they won. I saw them on the highlights.
Yeah? So that's dope then, man.
I think they did.
That is dope. I would say I don't know if they won or not, but I do agree though, man. Being back on a college campus in that stadium on a college game, man, electric, bro. You like for me,
did.
I totally forgot like driving into a game with fans there, the tailgating scene, and obviously for the people that get the notifications, I did post about our tailgate festivities coming up in Buffalo this weekend, man. We'll be up there on Sunday hosting the tailgate. I put all the information on the community page. You get up there, you can see the flyer, all the information and details. The homie Deke will be in the building. People always saying, yo, Moats, Deke gonna be there? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Deke is in the flesh. The taco meat might make an appearance. He might go shirtless. It's Buffalo. You never know. You never know. But yes, check that out. But in terms of, man, being back on campus, bro, you're absolutely right, man. Being able to drive through, see the tailgate, and seeing how, like, you just forget that part of it a little bit, man. And just seeing how, like, packed, how early, just how excited people are about football. Man, that definitely felt good, baby. Yes, it did. Shout out to Let's Go UW. And shout out to the University of Wyoming for getting that victory. Who'd they beat, man?
Oh, Montana State.
Montana State.
19-16. I think it came down to the wire.
Well, I was going to say, a lot of them teams, ranked teams, bigger name teams, were either getting beat by FCS or coming right down to the wire with FCS. Shout out to the FCS, baby. Shout out to the FCS. And then we also had Christian Cahill. Christian Cahill says, I'm down for 32-team fantasy draft season. $100 but in. Super Bowl losers get money back. Super Bowl champ takes the rest. Now you have enough for your PC. All right. That's it.
I got lost.
All right, I'm gonna try this again. Okay, a 32-team fantasy draft season. Okay, so all 32 team draft fantasy style. $100 to buy into it. All right, so we're gonna need 32 people essentially. Whoever loses the Super Bowl, you'll get your $100 back. Whoever wins the Super Bowl is essentially gonna get $3,100.
Is he talking about actual fantasy or is it just Madden?
I don't know.
Fantasy draft, like video game.
I don't know, because I initially
like doing a franchise.
Like when I initially read it, I was thinking of like if you randomly just do the when you start a franchise on Madden, you reverse fantasy draft and they'll just do whatever. But now reading it again, I'm thinking like, are you talking like fantasy
32
football?
teams is a lot for fantasy football. Though.
I was thinking the same
thing. So maybe he's talking Madden.
Yeah,
that's gonna take too long.
Yeah, that sounds a long time.
That's gonna take too long.
That's a long time. You do a fantasy draft for just one team, it takes a long time. Yeah. 32 teams, yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely.
Well, is that all we got for Off Your Chest? We got any more?
About to say, I think that is it for the Off Your Chest segment, man. But like I said, man, shout out to everybody, man, for their first time, their first introduction to getting it off your chest, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, the next segment is also going to be a new segment as well. And this is inspired, obviously, by our connection with DraftKings, man. We're going to go and talk a little bit more in depth about, some odds making, right? How we can stack our paper. But before we do that, we do have another announcement starting tomorrow, because tomorrow is Tuesday, right? The regular season is here. And we said we had, an announcement to make. So for the people out there, especially the upper room members, y'all make sure y'all listening closely here. Upper room members and only upper room members. Starting tomorrow and every Tuesday throughout the season, we will be joined by the homie, Zach Banner. Yes, indeed, man. He will be on the show every Tuesday. We'll have him up here about 12:30 time frame, all right? Special 30-minute vibe just for the people of the upper room. We'll have conversations with him, obviously, talking about everything, man. We know he's on injury reserve right now, but he's still heavily involved, baby, heavily involved. So we'll be getting updates, hearing about the games, and ultimately some of the moves that are going on. So that will be happening every Tuesday going forward, man. We'll be calling it Banner Tuesdays, all right? So Upper Room members, definitely make sure y'all tuning in for that. And if you're not in the Upper Room, you might want to join the Upper Room because we're going to have more stuff like that coming. We keeping it going, baby. Like I said, we only going. That's on that rocket shit. We always keep going that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. And I know Stephanie's going to be super excited about that. So, shout out to you, Stephanie. Woo!
She ain't in the upper room, though.
Yeah, so she good anyways. Yeah, you'll catch it on the replay. You don't even get no live action today. Yeah. But nah, man, that's going to be a fun thing, man. So, like I said, Upper Room members, baby, make sure y'all tuning in. Like I said, I'll make sure I put another post up later tonight, early in the morning, just to give y'all another refresher of it. But every Tuesday, all right? Every Tuesday, we'll start the show at 12:20. BNO joins right in that 12:30 time frame, all right? And then from there, we'll be hearing from the big man. So, shout out to y'all and shout out to the crew. That's what we do. Shout out to Banner, man.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Absolutely. He's always a blast to talk to.
Yep.
Always. But now you ready for this new segment that we introducing today, man? Where you got to stack
I'm all about it.
Your paper. Now, Deke, people are saying, well, what does he mean, stack your paper? Talk to us, Moats. How do you stack your paper? Well, we told you we're sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. You know, they're safe, secure, reliable. And we feel like, man, we love to make money. We love to stack our paper, right? So we felt like it was important that we start introducing this segment that will always be the day after the game and the last show going into the weekend, right? So whether that show happens on Thursday or Friday, because September's month's a little hectic, so the schedule will be a little bit weird on Fridays. But we'll always have a segment where we're either going to be reacting to some of our bets, some of our future bets, college action as well, or we'll be highlighting some of the Steelers matchups, man, and what we think looks good in terms of player prop bets and things like that also. So, to start today's segment out, though, baby, for me, man, I took this more of a futures approach, right? Because we know they haven't played a game just yet. And we know the Bills game is coming up, but we got a Wednesday show. We're going to talk about them. We got plenty of time to talk Bills and plenty of time where we're going to start diving into their odds, right? In terms of how many yards you think been a pass for in that game, Najee Harris touchdowns, etc. But I said, man, let's start this thing out, right? A couple of odds here, a couple of players. I know you got a couple as well, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I got a few,
man. Absolutely. So I thought to myself, I said, man, TJ Watt, first one I wanted to bring up here. Now, TJ Watt led the league in sacks a year ago. We know that he's flirted with leading the league in sacks on numerous occasions now. Right now, DraftKings has his odds at plus 800 to lead the league in sacks again. That's behind Myles Garrett. That's behind Aaron Donald. That's behind Joey Bosa, all right? So he's about fourth best in terms of his odds. I love that bet, though, because with that $50 bet, you win $450 off of that right there. And TJ's done this before, man. He's led this league in sacks. You know, he's a man-child when it comes to that. So if you rocking with TJ, you feel like, I know Deke don't feel like he need any type of preseason, any type of training camp. If you feel like that, this is the bet for you, baby. It's the bet for you. If you feel like that. If you feel like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to read my next one. Then you go and get one of yours, all right?
Sure.
Next up. Leading the regular season in tackles, league leader in tackles. Had two names right here. Honestly, I supposed to have been one bet, but I just put them in there as both, right? Because we know people are very high on Joe Schobert and Devin Bush. I know plenty of people think Devin, he's ready to take off. Well, now you get a chance to get on this thing on the ground floor. Because as Deke has said, it's plenty of bandwagon people that'll hop on in week 10, hop on in week 12 when he's already killing. We know that. But if you're hopping on the ground floor, that's when you get the better odds. So case in point right here, Joe Schobert, his odds of leading the league in tackles. Typically, the league in tackles, you need about 130, 150, like in that range. He's flirted with that a couple times now.
Yeah.
Absolutely a couple times.
Yep.
$500 bet. I said $500 bet. $50 bet will pay you $650 off of that, man. He's plus 1,200 with his odds. You think the Joe Schobert odds are nice? Bro, the Devin Bush odds are even better to lead the league with tackles, man. His are plus 4,000 for his odds, man. $50 bet wins you $2,050. I like that even more. Now, that's for the people that feel like he's ready to take that next step, right? Because, like I said, man, you've seen him start to take some steps. For people that feel that confident about him, these are the numbers that you want to look into. All right, Deke, you get you a couple real quick.
Let me load up the computer.
So let me load it up.
Mine are easy.
Because that's how you stack the paper, baby. We trying to help y'all get that paper in your pocket.
I've been saying this one.
Us, we're going to contribute back to y'all.
I've been saying this one all offseason.
Here we go. Here we go.
This early on whenever they came out with these futures. Chase Claypool's over-under for yards.
Mm-hmm.
So these odds, I didn't put the odds down, but they're all probably around either 100, minus 110, minus 120, something like that. Because over-under, they're pretty much equal.
Yeah.
895 yards for Chase Claypool.
Bro, that's a joke.
Over-under.
That's a joke.
Just hit the over. We all know he's going to hit over 900 yards. I think he's going to hit about 1,200, 1,300. He's going to have a breakout year. That one's easy for me. Ben's going to have a stellar year as well, and I think it's just going to go hand in hand with Claypool's sophomore jump.
I agree, man. I definitely agree, man. What's your next one? You got
next one. I got a couple. I got two for one player.
Okay, yeah, do that one. Yeah.
This one's actually easier than the Claypool one. This one's so right in front of your face that you would almost have to be an idiot not to take the over on these.
What you got?
Najee Harris.
Yeah.
990 rushing yards.
990?
That's the over-under. You take the over.
Okay.
He's the only running back we have, and he's going to go off a good portion of that. Not a good portion. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to do math in my head, but a fair portion of that is going to come against Buffalo week 1. So you're going to be regretting if you don't take that over before we play the Bills.
I see a ton of people in the chat, too, saying over.
The next one, 7.5 rushing touchdowns for Najee Harris. Just take the over.
You got to take the
over. Do I have anything else
you have to
say?
Take the over.
This dude might lead the NFL in touches this season.
Seriously,
and he's a stud.
Seriously.
I think our line's better than last year.
Yeah.
We got Dan Moore starting there. The combo of him and Dotson is going to be lethal for the running game.
That's all we needed, man.
Actually, I don't even need to talk about the line. It's Najee Harris. Just bet the overs on those two.
I don't even care. 7.5, bro. I'm taking the over. Listen, if we weren't doing a show, I would pull out my phone and I would go ahead and type my code in and do it myself. But we're doing a show right now, so I can't. But I like that a lot, baby. I do.
The line, our offensive line, could have been the same as last year. Actually, I'm still taking those overs because it's Najee Harris. Yeah. It's not even a question. Those are easy.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, so now back to me over here. I like these next two for me, man. We all feel the Steelers going to win the Super Bowl, right? Plenty of people doubt it. I know people in Pittsburgh, though, people in the chat have plenty of times said, man, hey, look, dude, we won another Super Bowl. This is the year. Last ride. We saw, was it Joe Hayden, Last Dance, right? We see everybody hyped up. We know this is the year that it has to be done, okay? So with that being said, I said, well, what if we look into the Steelers to win the Super Bowl? On DraftKings. Shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook, you know, America's top-rated sportsbook and app. But Steelers to win the Super Bowl. Plus 4,500 for the odds. Insane. That's kind of like Devin Bush's odds, except I do like this one a little bit more than Devin Bush's. $50 bet wins you $2,300. You talk about risk reward. These are future bets. That's what we love, future bets too, right? Small amount of money in the front end, relatively speaking, depending on your situation. You don't have to go 50. You can change it up. It's fully customizable. That's the beauty of the app. You can do whatever you want with it. But this, man, they paying out like that, baby. They are. And we do feel the Steelers have a team that can compete, right? I know if I ask Deke, who you think will win the Super Bowl this year, man?
You know what it is.
Come on, baby. It's that simple, all right? That simple. So with that being said, that is another heck of a deal. And my last one to help you stack your paper, because I know not everybody is as bullish on the team winning the Super Bowl, right? They be like, oh, Mosey, man, I ain't ready to go Super Bowl. Nah, baby, nah, man, we got transitions. We got this. I think they're going to be good. But Super Bowl, nah, Big Daddy, got it easy now. I said, okay, cool, we'll chill. Well, we know Coach Thomas never had a losing season, right? We also know this year the rubber will meet the road because it's no longer 16 games, 17. So 8 and 8s are out the window. Those are done. Do you think he's a 9-win guy, 10-win guy? We're going to find out how you feel about it. Steelers over under set at 9.5 wins, baby. All right. Plus 195. Now, you see the odds makers. They respecting this team. They're respecting what Coach Tomlin and his track record has been. They're clearly respecting your boy 7 as well. Plus 195 are the odds. So if this doesn't pay out as well, $50 bet, win you $147. But if you feel...
That's pretty good, though.
If you feel as confident that this team will win 10 games, because 9.5, you got to get to 10, right? If you feel they can do that, which we do feel they are capable of doing, you've heard us talk about this team, that you could easily increase your bet and get even more money off of that. So those are the ones that I like. Those are the ones that I feel will definitely help you stack your paper, baby. What you got on your end?
I got 2 more. Well, One's already given. Actually, I don't have this one on here, but I'm just gonna say bet Ben for MVP. The odds are amazing. I already put $100 on it. Probably gonna return about $10,000 at the end of the season. So I'll be able to get a few of those PCs that I was talking about.
You say, man, I have a couple grand. It's nothing.
That's one of them. So I got 2 extra ones here though.
Okay.
Deontay Johnson, another over/under, 83.5 receptions.
Bro, we force feed him even when he had the dropsies.
Hit the over. Yeah. He had 88 receptions last year after he missed the game with all those drops.
With all the drops, absolutely.
He's only going to be getting better. Same thing with Claypool. These guys are going to be emerging. I think they're the top 2 receivers for the Steelers. I think they're the future. So hit that over. That one's a no-brainer too. Yeah. This one's a little bit of a throwback. This one's a little nostalgic.
Do we got a little action here? I'm hearing a little action.
Antonio Brown.
Oh, hey, Bizzle.
Mr. Big Chest himself.
Once a Steeler, always a Steeler.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah, exactly. But if you want to win money, this one's clear as day too. 700.5 receiving yards. Another over/under. I think it's an easy over. Like 700 yards for AB.
AB is going to... Bro, AB had a nice preseason.
I don't care if he's receiver 3, whatever he is. He's down there with Tom Brady.
Bro, what did he end
with
up
the extra
last
game
year? And just like that little small sample size, like he still went off, bro.
He had around 450, 460 in, 8 games? So times that by 2, that's over 900 yards right there. Like that's what he was.
And then he obviously still was producing in the postseason as well for them.
Yep. So that's an easy one for me. 700 yards with the extra game. With the 8 games already under his belt with Brady, now with the full offseason. I don't care if he's listed at receiver 3. Brady's going to go to him. They're going to have those 3 receivers on the field at the same time a lot.
Because with AB compared to like Evans and Godwin, AB can create separation like right now in a hurry. And we also know that he possesses the down. Like AB is AB for a reason. Like, let's be real. We know who he is. It wasn't like he fell off a cliff and that's why he wasn't in the league. No, he was not in the league because of non-football related issues. So now that seems to be under control, AB is back doing what AB does. Absolutely. And he'll sock you with that left hand. Shout out to him.
So those were mine. I think those are easy as cake. I mean, they're not the odds, the futures,
No, but I like that though, man. Absolutely.
If you want to just put a couple bucks down and say, hey, I'm doubling my money in a few months here, you can do that. That's what we call big Deke investments, right?
Absolutely. And that's the beauty of futures right there, man. That's the beauty of it. You can put it down now because once the season gets rolling and people start seeing Najee go off, people start seeing Chase go off, people see Seven go off, people see Deontay go off. That's when the numbers get whacked up. And then you can't get the money like you want to. We try and get you to stack that paper big time, baby. Like Big Deke do, all right? You can't get your taco meat growing that paper stack, baby, all right? So, yeah, shout out. But that is that for that segment right there, man. But like I said, man, we will definitely keep those things rolling like that throughout the rest of this season. Shout out to week 1, though, baby. That's the beauty of this thing.
Yeah, man, it's up. Now,
man, we got to, do another division. Time to talk a little NFC East today. Because we to that part of the show, man. Hey, it's a smooth first day.
It was.
Smooth first opening of the season.
I like these chairs.
Because, bro, you know what? Usually to this part, I'm like, yo, my back tight. Sometimes, like, my derriere gets a little hardened. It's like, this. Super cushion.
Yeah, these are good.
You like the armrest?
Yeah, I do. I'm working with them right now.
Hey, you look good over there, man.
Yeah, thanks.
This is like when I think of like podcasters or YouTubers, they're like the professionals. This is like the stuff they have.
Okay, cool.
I just need one of them little lights. That was an RGB. I just need one of them little lights flowing in the back. That's the other thing we missing.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do as a YouTuber. That's what my kids told me. Yeah, Dad, you need one of them lights.
Oh, so we'd have to turn off all those lights too.
Dad, you got to turn off all the lights, get you an RGB, and get you a face light. I was like, I can't just turn on my regular lights. Like, we got to do that? Nah, Dad, it's got to be this way. That's what YouTubers do. Okay, comment down below. That's what they say too. Just comment down below.
NFC East then, huh?
Yeah, that's what we're looking like, man. NFC East.
Who you want to start with?
They all suck. No, I'm playing. We'll start with Philly, though, man. Philly going across the Keystone State right here, man.
I think with a bunch of these teams, particularly the NFC East, you could talk yourself into any of them being halfway decent. Just because,
seriously,
the offense or what, like you could look at the quarterback and say, "Oh, it's like Daniel Jones."
All have some.
Is he going to make the jump? Is Hurts going to take the jump?
Washington, is Fitzpatrick going to be hot long enough?
Yeah,
like Cowboys, is Dak Prescott back? Yeah.
you could do that with any of them. So with the Giants, or no, did you say Giants?
Philly.
You said Philly.
Yeah,
Jeez,
Philly. It's cool because
I'm losing it.
Well, not just that. I ain't want to call you out, but we were talking. We was planning the show. I definitely kept saying NFC North.
You did?
I did.
I was feeling East.
Yeah, South. I was like, oh.
NFC North and South.
Yeah, it was supposed to be North and East.
North and East.
Yeah. But it's dope, though. I like South better anyways. The weather is better down there.
Oh, wow.
Think about it. The weather's way better. Yeah.
So I missed on the North and I did the South. Okay.
North. But the South is way cooler, bro.
Okay.
The South is way better. Who cares about the North? North can kick rocks, man. We know what the North is. It got your boy Kirk Cousins up there.
That works for me.
That's like your favorite quarterback, too, low-key.
No.
You're a Kirk Cousins guy. Come on. You know you like Kirk. Captain Kirk, you like that?
I can't trust him.
Nobody can. But Philadelphia, man. So how we feeling about Philly? Positive. I'm not going Jalen Hurts as like my positive just because I haven't seen enough yet from him. But I do like a little bit more of the defense now. Obviously, they brought in Steven Nelson. He'll be opposite Darius Slay, And they still got the guys up front. I mean, Brandon Graham is still coming back. Fletcher Cox still out there. Javon Hargrave, another season out there. I do like that part of it. Now, health is going to be key because they've, the past 4 or 5 years now have dealt with injuries, especially in their secondary, and that's really cost them. But I do like those parts of their defense right there.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I like Devonta Smith, man. I think he's going to be really good.
Now, is he back yet? Because I thought he was dealing with a little injury, right?
He was. I do think he's fully back. I think
that was my only thing with him, man.
I think he's going to play. They're saying he's a stud, man. For people to overlook him because of the weight. Yeah, Devonta Smith is all business, eyeing the opener.
Okay.
So I think he's ready to go. He's a positive. You're right. Do we say Hurts? He's kind of unproven still. He showed flashes last year, so I don't know if you.
But he also showed some.
I know
bad moments.
That's what I'm saying. He was a little inaccurate. His completion percentage was in the 50s, but what he brought as a running element was definitely a game changer. They were at least relevant those last couple weeks. They ended up beating the Saints. I like what he did in the preseason against us a little bit. He showed that poise.
Yeah.
As a full positive, that's tough. I really like Devonta Smith. I guess that's it.
They got your young receiver. Was it Quez Watkins, right?
Yeah, I guess we could throw him in there. They
shout
end
out
up,
to Quez. That's your guy now,
cutting
right?
Fulgham because they like Watkins so much. I guess that's the reasoning because now they have Rager, Devonta Smith, and Watkins. Yeah. Ward, I think Ward's still in there.
Yeah, because he was like,
no. You gotta you gotta give Watkins the chance there over Ward.
I like how Watkins looking. I mean, granted, it was on us, but my man, he ready to go. Looks like he's ready to go.
If I had to break it down, positive for them, it's just a new year, really.
Yeah.
Because last year was the year for hell. Wentz looked terrible, and then how they finished with tanking essentially because. If they would have won that last game,
fire the coach. Yeah, it was.
If they would have won, I think they were winning, weren't they? When they pulled Hurts,
yeah,
they were at least in the mix against Washington. If you would have won that game,
I forgot
maybe you're feeling good about this season.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have went to the playoffs though. It would have hurt them draft wise. I thought that was what it was.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't have went to the playoffs. Right. They would have went down to the 9th or 10th.
Yeah, and then apparently people didn't like that, but people always say you're supposed to tank, and he just happened to tank the right way, and people weren't ready for that.
I think that's the main thing for them. It's just a new season.
It worked for the Sixers. They trust the process. Why do you want to trust the process with the Eagles?
You could spin it in a way that, wow, this team's got some upside. They could come off and do pretty well because it's a weak division.
Yeah.
Hurts steps up. They got a nice receiving core. Miles Sanders is healthy. Like you said, the defensive line's good. And they brought in Steven Nelson. Their cornerbacks usually suck.
Right.
Their linebackers always suck, but that's just a given. Their defense is a little bit better than what it's usually, at least on paper right now heading into the season. So that's the positive. I can't really point to one thing.
Yeah.
If I had to, I'd just say Devonta Smith. I'm going to say he's going off.
Multiple positives, but I don't feel like any major positives though. It's just kind of like
all the positives you could spin as a negative in a way.
Yeah.
Somewhat. At least with Jalen Hurts.
Even with Devonta, it's like, you're
maybe some of the inexperience on offense.
Inexperience, yeah. Like there's plenty of ways, or who's going to get you the ball consistently as well.
And then with the defense, you could say, yeah, that's all well and good, but your linebackers suck. And if you get injured, you're kind of screwed. And you've never been at least since the Super Bowl, you haven't been like this bona fide defense. Correct. So what good's it going to do you right now?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
That's my thing. And then if you really want to go to negative, I bet you a lot of Eagles fans are saying the coach right now.
Yeah. I would either go coach. You might even throw in the GM. I ain't against either one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the GM was the one who had to okay the first move of, okay, we're going to get rid of you. The guy who actually won it.
I feel very similar about all these teams, but of the two, if I had to go tier, I would say Washington and Cowboys. I feel a little bit better than the Giants and Eagles, though.
Okay.
I feel very similar to all of them.
Okay. I probably do as well. Shoot, I definitely do as well. So, yeah. And I guess for me, my negative, if you're going coaching staff or GM,
maybe
I'll probably go. I mean, still questions up front, health with that.
They're just older.
The tight end situation as well. Like, how are they gonna do the Ertz?
Goddard's always hurt.
Goddard, like,
he's a stud though.
Right, he is, but he's always hurt. And then Ertz is obviously on the back end now,
and he's hurt too.
Yeah, he actually is. So that's another one for me. I'm just like, I don't know how that works out, but that's the Eagles though, man. That is the Eagles. Next up, man, let's go to New York, or excuse me, New Jersey. Yeah, y'all are not New York. There's only one New York team. All right, but the New Jersey Giants, man, how you feeling about them, man?
Pretty much the same as the Eagles.
Yeah.
You talk yourself into, Danny Dimes, could this be his year? The third year jump? Like, this is where
coming back?
Yeah, he should be healthy. Their line's kind of ass though. Mm-hmm. But if you have Barkley for a full season, that at least helps because we've seen him like dominate his rookie season, like actually putting up monster numbers. Receivers aren't bad. Then bringing in Golladay like that. They obviously have Ingram, Slayton. They drafted Tony.
Mm-hmm.
You could talk yourself into it. Like, their offense is going to be kind of nice.
We feel like we could talk ourselves into every team on this list right now.
Giants, their defense isn't amazing, but they got enough pieces where you're like, sometimes they're a little underrated. They overachieve. They just
brought in, what's the cat? Oh, my
They brought the Titans dude in.
Dory
Jackson. And Bradbury was really solid for them last year. Their defensive line's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, their secondary's not bad. They have Logan Ryan back there, too. You could talk yourself into it. But at the end of the day, probably it's going to go all on Daniel Jones.
Yes.
If he could play good, they might be good. They might make the playoffs. Man, how much do you believe in Daniel Jones, though? He had – what's his turnover rate over these past two seasons? I mean, I think he led the league in fumbles both seasons.
But see, leading the league in fumbles as a quarterback, I don't always put that on him because sometimes, like, the strip sack element, like – I think of that as well.
Sure, he had some picks,
and his protection was not the best during that time.
No, definitely not. He has a lot of the tools.
Yeah.
I thought he looked good after his rookie year. I didn't think he was going to be that bad last year, but
But was that because of Saquon?
I was going to say he didn't have as much help around him, so this is like a do or die year for him. I feel the same as the Eagles. Yeah. You could see them maybe borderline being 8-8, or not 8-8. I'm sorry, 9-8.
Yeah,
maybe like 8-9. Could they sneak in the playoffs just because of the division?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if any of these teams are 9-8 and they win the division at the end of the year, really. But I'm not surprised if the Giants go 4 and. I can't stand this new 17 game thing. I can't get the math right.
It's giving you a little time.
4 and 13. I wouldn't be surprised at that either. That's it.
Oh, man.
Positive, Barkley's back at the end of the day right there.
No, him being back is huge, man. Definitely needed him. He's obviously their bell cow. He's their do-it-all running back. That's why they drafted him when they drafted him. And we were all for it because he's a super productive player. But for me, man, the things that I do like, obviously, Daniel Jones, I do think he will be an improved version of himself, especially with Saquon being back out there. Offensively, they got pieces. Kenny Golladay, you talked about him. Evan Ingram, they got guys that can create some mismatches. Or when you start talking about, okay, how do you match it with this guy when he's out here as well? I like that. Still don't love their offensive line, but it's improved. I don't love it, though. And that's kind of my thing. But with Daniel, still, the jury is still out with him. We don't know if he's ready to take that step and be a good quarterback. Are you Sam Bradford? Are you Baker Mayfield? Are you Josh Allen? Like, where do you fall right now? Because
I think he has more upside than Baker Bradford, for sure.
I feel like he does.
He's not on Allen's level of potential, though.
But, like, to me, I don't think that Daniel has bought into it the same way that Baker has. In terms like Baker.
I don't know if I blame him, but I mean, think of Daniel Jones was with the Browns.
But see, you say that. And I'm not necessarily with it because he turned the ball over a lot. Baker doesn't turn the ball over like that. Baker, he's going to do his job. I don't know if it would have been a better situation for him.
Okay.
I think he's like, I agree in terms of the talent, but I don't think that he
just as him managing the game, being a leader of a team,
everything that goes with that. I don't think he does it to the same level. Yeah, so that would probably honestly, that's probably my negative. More so now I look at this defense. Yeah, definitely got some negatives over there as well. Just in terms of, when we played them a year ago, they really haven't addressed it since then in terms of guys that can get after the quarterback. I think a year ago was Marcus Golden we were talking about. And we said with him was more how they would have to blitz him and scheme him a little bit to get, some pressure. But it's not a lot of guys that are winning one-on-ones up here with this list. So that would probably be my next thing, man. Just in terms of them being able to create pressure, I don't think they'll be able to do that enough.
I don't really see this as my negative, but I guess I could say it. Daniel Jones. It's just all on him. So if he's bad, that's the real negative. If he's good, they might be a playoff team.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Especially with Barkley back, those weapons they have on offense.
NFC East too, bro.
And I do think their defense is going to be decent enough for that division. He's got to be good. If he's throwing for 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, like 10 picks, dude, no, they're going to have a chance.
If he goes 30-10, bro, they will for a fact be in the action.
I don't think that's a reach of what he's capable of. It's just, is he going to reach that potential
you don't
this
think
year?
It's a reach.
For 4,000 yards, like 30 touchdowns?
No, the 30-10. Like,
that ratio.
Yeah, the 30-10 is tough.
It wasn't bad his rookie year. He was like 24 and like 10 or 11. Yeah. And that was in like 12 or 13 games. That's why it sucked for him to take that step back that.
Oh, I just feel like that's a tight, though. 30-10. That's efficient. That's productive. That's clean. I don't think he's going to be like that just yet, man.
If he's not, that's the negative then.
Yeah.
It depends on how you feel about Daniel Jones. I'm on the fence.
Joe Judge could be the negative then. How the guys run. I don't know. He's inexperienced. He's young. We'll see.
I'm on the fence with Jones. He's the one quarterback I'm probably like so 50-50 on right now.
Okay. Yeah, see, I'm not as... I'm like in a weird place with Daniel. Slightly more confident in him than Sam Darnold, but still so confused in terms of what he is. Like, I just don't know if you're going to be like the three guys I named. Like, I see, okay, you got athletic ability like this guy. You can throw a little bit better than this guy. Okay, you can do this. But we haven't seen any of it just consistent enough just yet. He's an interesting person. Interesting.
He is.
Yeah.
Because after that rookie season, remember we were talking about him versus the rookie quarterbacks like Burrow and two of them coming out. It's like, why wouldn't you
take Daniel? Yeah,
if Daniel Jones was coming out in the same draft class, we would just take it because he actually proved his rookie season. He's got arm talent and that he could play. Like it's not too big for him.
Absolutely.
But then last year, you could talk yourself into that. It was a lot of the surroundings, though.
Yes, you could.
That's why this year 3 is really big for him. So I guess you could throw him my negative, but not really though, because I could see him being a real positive.
Facts.
It just hinges on him a lot. But the main positive is Barkley, in my opinion.
We're going to find out about him. We definitely are. All right, next up, man, Dallas Cowboys. They call that America's team. That's what they say. Or is that O'Donnell's team? Who knows? Go for it.
Obvious positive. Dak is back. But is he?
Is he? That's the real question. Is it the shoulder? Is it the leg is fine? Is it still shoulder? Throwing shoulder? Oh, day to day. Huh.
Yeah, with him being back, that's a big deal because as bad as their defense may be, with the weapons around them on offense, their lines, top 10. It's a little bit aged, but it's always going to be up there. And then Zeke Elliott, I expect him to have a little bit of a resurgence. I don't know how you
do.
I do, yeah. This is the last year for him, though. Bro. This is the last year.
Last year was my last year.
Really?
Yeah, last year was my last year, man. I don't believe him. I had a chance to draft in my fantasy league as well. I was like, nah, I'm all the way.
But you took Harris. Who was the other running back you took?
Oh, goodness. Actually, because I'm thinking about Zach Moss right now. The other back. Oh, Sony Michel. That was the guy.
You took him in like the second round.
No, not Sony. I ain't take Sony that early.
Who'd you take in the second round?
Dude, I don't remember in the order.
You took a receiver.
I picked back to back.
You picked Diggs.
Yeah, I did Diggs. Because I was picking 12th and I turned on to pick 1. So I did Najee and then Diggs, or it was Diggs and then Najee, but they were my first two.
Elliott was still on the board then?
Yeah, he
was.
No
one wanted him. Wow.
Yeah. He was on the board. Kamara had went like right before then as well. Yeah.
Are you full PPR?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. That's weird. Kamara went that late.
Yeah.
I could see with Elliott just because he's not as valuable in PPR. He
But
does get receptions,
though. But I was running with Kamara because, number one, when you're thinking about what that situation might look like. Now, granted, it should be. I think they said Jameis. Yeah, Jameis did get the nod. You still just never know with how they love Taysom. Taysom at quarterback, I don't want anything to do with Kamara. I don't. Because I feel like that offense is going to be a disaster down there, man.
Dude, with Thomas being out, though, I think he's going to get a ton of run. Ton of touches. Are they quality touches,
that was supposed
though?
to be the case last year, though. Because remember, Thomas was hurt at the beginning of the season, too.
Oh, dude, Kamara was really good in fantasy.
But no, I remember because, that's the reason I lost last year, bro. He went for, was that the game?
7 touchdowns.
Yeah, bro. He killed me in the championship. I'll never forget it. But to me, I'm just like, I don't know if that's like, that typically doesn't happen like on multiple occasions like that. That's kind of what I'm alluding to. You'll have that 1 year where you do go crazy like that. But then after that, man, it can't just be that one guy. Like even Derrick Henry, they had AJ Brown come up out there, right? Tannehill started being able to throw the ball more. It wasn't the same approach of, oh, we all know that's the guy, because Deke is not going to let that guy just continue to do that. In the past, even though you want to kill him, you couldn't because, okay, Michael Thomas would take care of this. And when it wasn't that, they had the Thunder and Lightning, right? Him and was it Ingram down there? Mark Ingram. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah.
You talking about the Saints?
Yeah, the other running back.
Oh,
that was Mark. Mark was that running back.
Ingram and Kamara was a nice little combo.
Absolutely. It's too many Mark and Melvin Ingrams and Gordons right now. I'm like so scared.
That's a good point.
Bro,
Melvin Gordon and Melvin Ingram being on the same team was confusing as hell.
Heck yeah, man.
Okay, so hold on. We were talking about Elliott a little bit. Yeah.
Because you said that's one of your positives. You're confident in him or whatever, having a resurgence.
Yeah. Dak being back's the main positive, though.
Okay.
Their defense, them picking Parsons, that was nice.
I like that a lot.
Their secondary is going to limit them.
Core is filthy.
Yeah, the linebackers are pretty good.
Smith, Micah Parsons, and Leighton Vander Esch.
Their secondary kind of blows, though.
Yeah.
That's going to be the problem. But my point is, as bad as the defense could be, Dak being back could still win you some games, get you to like 9-8, 8-9 relevance in this division. Yeah. That's all you really need. But you saw what happens when he went out. They were out of the playoffs basically immediately. Yeah. They were around just because of how bad everyone else was. But they wouldn't have been relevant in any other division.
For me, Dak being back is definitely huge. I'm still kind of skeptical on Zeke. But I like the fact that the O-line is at least back together. Now, I think, who's the one that just tested positive for Corona? He'll be out.
It's one of their guards.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. It's not. Was it Zach Martin? It might have been Martin.
I don't think it was him. No,
I don't remember which one it was, but one of the dudes did.
It was a dude with a lesser name. I don't really recall.
Definitely just tested positive, though. So that part, obviously, isn't the best. But as a whole, I do like the fact that a guy like Tyron Smith, he's back. He's healthy. Obviously, we talk about Lil Collins, back healthy. Those are significant because that is ultimately why Dak has been able to be as successful as he's been, because the protection, their ability to move people up front, run the ball, play action pass, like that I love for them more than Dak being back, more than thinking of Zeke taking that next step. You got the O-line playing as well as they can potentially play. Now, we won't be to the same level because they're older now, but if they're in that ballpark, that makes them a way tougher team because they got crazy weapons at receiver. They got crazy weapons, man.
You buying CeeDee Lamb leading the team in reception? Or not receptions, receiving yards.
Receiving yards? I mean, over Amari?
Yeah, I'm buying it. I think Cooper's capped. I think his max is like 1,200. I think Lamb could get like 13.
You do?
I do.
Well,
his over-under is 1,000. I would take that in a heartbeat.
I would definitely take the over. Oh. See, I just don't know because I feel like Amari has a better rapport right now with Dak, whereas with CD didn't get even a whole season with him because Dak got hurt.
It's a fair point.
So I think of like that part, kind of like when we talk about Juju and Claypool with Ben. Like, even though we know Claypool is nice, right? It's like, Ben is like, Juju is Ben's guy. He always goes to him. Even if that guy might be open, this is the guy he's going to go to. When I think of Dak, that's how I think of Amari Cooper versus CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee is super talented, but right now I just think he has a comfort level with Amari right now, man.
Yeah, that's definitely fair.
Yeah.
That's definitely fair. I just don't think Amari's getting over like 11 or 1,200. I don't know if he's done it in his career, to be honest with you. I could look it up, but right off the top of my head, I don't think he has. CeeDee Lamb, I think he's got that like Justin Jefferson type of upside. Like if Dak was playing the whole year last year, I think his numbers could have been different. He was on that type of pace.
Excuse me. No, I agree, man. And it was Zach Martin. They did just confirm it for us about him being out.
Oh, wow.
Man.
I was wrong.
And the chat's been spicy too, man. I wish we could do this whole thing, man. We'd be in here for another 4 hours, though. Because they got a spicy debate going on about AB, if he was a Hall of Famer or not.
Easily.
And then some of these other kind. Like, it's been some stuff going on.
I got to see if I'm right on that Cooper take. Yeah. He's never been over 1,200 yards.
That's crazy, bro.
Only 1,100 yards throughout his career. And this is like healthy years, too. Yeah. Wow. Not bad. Not bad memory bank.
CD goes over it this year? Goes over to 1,300 this year?
I'm just saying him versus Cooper.
Because I feel like Amari, he's going to be there. I think he's always going to be in that 1,000.
I do.
Like, guaranteed he's going to have that.
If I had to bet, I'm saying CD Lamb leads the team in receiving yards. Yeah.
I'll go to Amari.
Okay.
If I had to do it, I would go ahead.
All
right. Knock on them. I like DeMarcus Lawrence as a rusher, but I still don't feel like they have enough to really get after the passer. I know they have brought back.
And their cornerbacks are bad. That's not a good combo.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good combo. Now, Randy Gregory, he's flashed at times, needs to be more consistent. To me, the cornerback situation with this not being able to just naturally, organically create pressure, to me, it's a recipe for disaster defensively. That's going to put you in bonds where you're forced to expose yourself by sending more people. And when you don't have guys on the back end that can't cover, really bad. Absolutely, man. When you don't have guys that can cover, that puts you in a bad way, man, with what you want to do. So that would definitely be my knock on them, man.
I'm with you. Same thing. Defense is going to hold them back. From, like, if they had a decent defense, they
can make it interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could definitely make it interesting.
They'd be like 12 and 5 or something like that.
You go with your
11 and 6. Seriously, they had a decent defense. Maybe if they picked Surtain, maybe he could have been a difference maker like that where you give him an extra win, but no, since they don't have him, they took Parsons. Their linebacking core is nice, but combo with the edge rushers in the secondary is the main thing for me.
Yeah, for me, I'm just looking at the front like, yo, you got to create way more pressure than that, and I'm not seeing it right now, man.
Last team.
All right, last team is what? Our nation's capital, huh?
Yeah.
The football team from Washington. You know the benefit, man. They got Ryan Fitzpatrick, baby. It's that simple, baby. As long as you got Fitzpatrick, that's all you need, man. Fitzmagic in the building. My OG quarterback. Yeah.
It's half a joke, but seriously, their quarterback situation was god-awful.
Yeah. Like, bad, bro.
Haskins on Washington is different than how we feel about Haskins QB3 for Steelers right now. Haskins is Washington starter.
Night and day.
First 4 games, and I think he finished out like the last game or two with them too. And then they go to Allen, then they go to Smith for a little bit, and back to Allen. Heineke to finish with the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, that was their situation last year. Now you have Ryan Fitzpatrick, who was leading the Dolphins, it looked like, to a decent record.
If they would have rocked with him, he would have been straight. But they wanted to go the tour route.
Like, some of his stats you could look at. There were games, like the Jaguars game. There's a game or two where it felt like he threw them out of the game. But there were stats that show this was one of his better seasons of his career. You add him to a Washington offense, it goes back to like the Giants and the Eagles. You could talk yourself into some of their weapons, and rightfully so. Gibson, they brought in. Wasn't it Curtis Samuel? They brought in Curtis Samuel too.
I say Curtis Samuel's there now. Let's see who else they have. Adam Humphrey's been there, but yeah, Scary Terry. Come on now, you can't forget Scary Terry. Dude, they look. He brought some pieces in, man. They got some people. Like you said, you could. I like the running back though, Gibson. Now he's the one, man, because he was the guy that was supposed to give us some issues, but he ended up getting hurt in that game, man. But no, I like his game, man. He's a good dude.
That was actually a disaster for us because he got hurt, and then was it Spillane got hurt, and then McKissick just was doing these little routes all over us.
Yeah,
that's seriously their positive. Whenever you compare the teams from this year to last year, Fitzpatrick being there, obviously the defense, but
yeah, because their defense is stacked, bro. They got guys, definitely got guys. And they can get after the quarterback, too.
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, their linebackers are pretty good. Bostic's, found a role. Is Jamin Davis going to be good? Like, they're high on him, kind of.
They are. Well, because you got to think, he's still going to be way more athletic and more just a faster player than Bostic. Bostic, he plays. Yeah.
It looks like from the depth chart I looked at, Davis is going to start in the middle. Bostic's going to be, left inside or right inside. Or whatever, because they run the 4-3.
Correct, yeah. So they'll both be interior guys. But think of it like he'll play the role of Devin, if this was Devin and Vince, Jamin is gonna be Devin, whereas Bostic will be Vince.
Yeah.
keeping him in the box a lot more. But no, for Washington, you would be excited because there's nothing that Boston gonna be able to do athletically that is gonna be even close to what Davis can do. Even though we were getting on Davis because we said we don't feel like he played as fast as he timed, he still played and looked a lot more athletic, and space than my man Boston did at times.
The funniest thing about Davis was when we were doing those mock drafts.
That killed us, bro.
He got hyped to the first round really quick after that 40, but the mock draft still had him as like a third round prospect. So I was able to get him in like the third and fourth round, and my mock drafts look stacked.
Oh, man.
No, I like Washington the best out of anyone in the NFC East because of their defense, because of them getting Fitzpatrick in.
And I like the coach. Riverboat Ron, man. I think they are probably the most complete NFC East team. They still obviously have questions, but I do like them the most, man. So
there was a receiver I knew they picked up in the draft, Diami Brown. I was high on him.
Okay.
I don't know how much time he's going to be getting because they do have some pretty decent receiver depth. But if he gets in there, he could be a difference maker. They just have good receivers, and you combine it with Logan Thomas at tight end. Fitzpatrick can be.
Logan was the one who came in and gave us issues as well, man. Yeah.
If he could be Jets Fitzpatrick this year.
Jets Fitzpatrick got us into the playoffs.
Huh?
Jets Fitzpatrick got us into the playoffs.
Yeah, because you throw those picks, right?
Dang already did. Shout out. I'll never forget it.
I was watching that game over our game.
Bro, I was in our game watching that game, bro.
Because that one meant more than our game.
Absolutely,
I had that one
bro.
in the background. I had the Jets-Bills game up on my laptop,
bro,
right
you
on
out
it.
there, man, you make a tackle, like, I don't care about this tackle, bro. What that score talking about right now, man? Yeah. So
their defense is top 5, top 6.
No, they
combine
got people,
with
man.
Their offense, if you think they're going to do better this year with a little more continuity.
Yeah.
I like them. The X factor for me is Dak. Because I think Dak could,
if Dak returns to form,
throw the Cowboys over a team like Washington.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's never, I don't know, dude. Like, he's led them to the playoffs, but he still hasn't had that moment yet. He just hasn't had that moment. So, do you trust it all the way? I can't trust any of these teams, really.
I don't.
Based off
NFC
quarterbacks.
East, I don't trust none of them.
But Washington has like a top 5 defense. That's the one thing you could hang your hat on at least. Yeah. So I'll do that. I'm going to say them. They're 1.
All right. So before we do our full ranking 1 through 4 real quick, let's go UW. Came back through and said Fitztragic is going to have one of his magical seasons just
I
to
do
turn
think he'll be pretty good.
He says just to turn into a pumpkin for the playoffs. You know how he does. He will start off me stupid hot, but around October, November, definitely in December.
Has he even made the playoffs?
I don't think he
has. He was really close with that Jets team.
Never in Jets.
Him and Brandon Marshall, my God.
Yeah, because if he would have won that game, they would have made it. Yeah.
Buffalo, they were on pace.
Yeah.
They were on pace.
Miami didn't happen. Tampa didn't happen. Yeah.
He's been in Cincy. He's been with Houston. Maybe Houston? I don't think he was the quarterback there. I think that was too long ago.
He came and had like a game or two because he was in Houston before he got to Buffalo. And I remember when I got to Buffalo, me and my little cousin, he's a big football dude, big football head. But we always referred to Fitzpatrick as the Harvard guy. Because that's when they talked about him coming to the games. Oh, this guy's from Harvard. Oh, he's calculating the angle and the trajectory and the flight
He's like
speed.
a gunslinger. He ain't anything that on the football field.
No, this is my teammate for a couple years, man. You would never know he went to Harvard unless he told you he went to Harvard. Like, he is the most down to earth. Like, you think of Harvard people and you're like, yeah, they're gonna speak just so educated. I'm not even gonna want to have a conversation. I can't understand them. No, man, Fitzy, man. It's like we're just talking right here. Like, that's how he communicates, man. But he's funny as heck, dude. Fitzy got he get a little jokester right there, man. But I did have a poll running throughout this conversation. Yeah. And it looks like the final results are pretty much in terms of who will win the NFC East. Washington football team coming in at 55%. Now, this was pretty much closer. This was probably the second closest we've had in terms of the disparity. The Cowboys are at 24% to win the division. Then you got the New York Giants coming in at 13% and Philadelphia at 8%. So everybody had a vote at least that they thought they would win it, which is, like I said, interesting because we've seen clearly where like some of them have zero opportunity. But yeah, I think, man,
that's why I think
NFC West. I
wouldn't be surprised if any of these teams win at the end of the day. But if I'm betting right now, I'm with the chat. I'm thinking Washington.
I am too, man. I like it. Shout out to Washington then for that, man. The football team. the football team. And we also have 2 new upper room members. I'll shout them out real quick, and then we'll go to our final topic, man. The next division, the NFC South. I was about to say North again. South.
I know I didn't make it.
I was like, hold on, let me see which one is it. All right, but this is Renato Bumgrants. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then we got Mickey Maffey. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, man.
NFC South. Oh, wait, we got to give our rankings.
Oh, you're right. We didn't give our rankings yet.
I'm going Washington 1.
Okay.
2 Cowboys, 3 Giants, 4 Eagles. I think that's
dude. I'm like identical too, bro.
Huh?
Yeah, they went Washington, Dallas, New York, and then Philly. And literally, I'm the same way. Washington, Dallas, Giants at 3rd, Philly in 4th. I know my Cowboys people at home are probably like, "Yo, Moats, what's going on, bro?
Do it. You
tripping,
do it, huh?
Moats, you tripping?" And because I had to go Washington football team over them, that's like a cardinal sin. That'd be like us saying, "Oh man,
well, you picked the Ravens over."
I know. I'm on one this off season. All right, let me just work. Let me be on one. All right, I'm just on one right now. But I erred on the side of my quarterback, Fitzpatrick, because he was my first like professional guy. Because like I had Trent Edwards for 3 games and we cut him, and I'd never seen like, how do you have the team captain, the guy that was supposed to be the man coming into the season, cut after 3 games? This is the quarterback. I was shocked. I didn't know how to respond. I promise, like, bro, when I heard the news that
did they have little billboards of them or little banners around the stadium with it?
No,
like you know, down in PNC Park, they'll have
like,
some stuff with like the upcoming players.
Trent was the guy. Like everybody knew Trent. And bro, I remember coming into work and they're like, Trent got fired. And I'm like, whoa, what? I'm like, if he got cut, bro, I'm about to go ahead and pack my bags. Now I don't stand a chance because I ain't starting nothing right now. I'm starting at the end of this bench with all these MEs and yeah, you know, it was a rough time. But yeah, Fitz came in there. He was the savior. That's how the whole Fitz magic started, bro.
I'm telling you, man. His little run of like 4 or 5 games, he was just lighting it up.
He went nuts, man. Then he had the Fitz screen. He threw, we're like, yo, this is amazing. This guy's electric. So yeah, bro.
Was that your rookie year?
Yeah, it was.
Did you beat the Patriots, or was that just a close game?
We had a close game with him. I beat the Patriots my second. No, was it second year? Second year, because we had Drayton Florence. He had the pick 6. Drayton Florence played with the San Diego Chargers. Yeah, he had a big pick 6 against him because we had like 5 turnovers. We picked off Brady like 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, but that would have been because Fitz was the quarterback, so that was my second year. Because
was that when he was going off or no?
It was, but that was the first part of the season. We played him like week 3, smashed him week 3,
well,
and then everybody got hurt week 5. Like by week 10, I think we had like 25 people on injury reserve by then. Like Fred Jackson was done. Gosh, every receiver other than Stevie Johnson was down. Like it was one of defensively we was all hurt. Like yeah, we went from like I think we started like 4-1 or 3. It was like 4-1 or something like that, and we had just knocked the Patriots, but we thought like that was our year. We was feeling great. And when the injuries happened, it's just like, bro, we don't have anyone. Yeah.
So, yeah, Fitz was like a top 2 or 3 fantasy quarterback during that stretch. Like, if you picked him up, your team was looking nice.
Absolutely, man. Dang, they brought up J.P. Lossman with the Bills. Lord.
Yeah, they drafted him in the first round. That was Ben's draft. He was the other quarterback drafted in the first round.
That's crazy.
It was like in the late teens or something, maybe in the 20s.
Because I'm trying to think, did T.O. No, T.O. wasn't there yet. T.O. got there when Trent got there. Because I missed T.O. by a year in Buffalo. When I got to Buffalo, that's when T.O. went to Cincinnati. Dude, that's crazy.
T.O. was still balling out, though, man. He was like 38, 39.
He
could put up 800 with the Bills. He would have had over 1,000 with the Bengals. Got hurt.
Well, shoot, you saw in the interview he just did with Shannon Sharp. He said he ready to go ahead and throw them hands on Donovan McNabb still.
Oh, they gonna do boxing?
Yeah, they was like, would you do a celebrity match? He was like, who would you pick? He was like, yo, it's Donovan McNabb, not even close. He was like, bro, give me a can of potty meat and some crackers and I'll go ahead and 2-piece him up. He was like, man, I'm trying to knock the two. He said, I want to knock the 04 Campbell's Chucky noodle soup out of that man. I said, yo, like you are on one right now, T.O. And T.O. got the arms out. T.O. still look good. You know T.O. T.O. gonna be 70 years old with an 8-pack. Like talking about, I still run 4-4 right now, coach, man. Y'all might as well sign me. Like that's how T.O. is, baby. Some guys just love the game. And he is one of those guys, man. He is one of those guys.
Yeah, him and McNabb would be a big one.
That would be pretty funny, bro. That would be.
He'd smoke McNabb, though.
Oh, man.
He would smoke him.
Heck yeah. It was funny, like, hearing him talk. He's like, yo, you just don't understand, because like this whole process, like everybody thought I was the bad guy, everybody was putting it on me, and now when all this other information be coming out and everybody's seeing that, no, it was really McNabb was the one, he was the guy with the issues, it was him, now it's too late, so no, I still ain't letting it. I was like, yo, T.O., guy, that's how you get it off your chest, T.O. T.O. had to get it off his chest. Sometimes you gotta get it off your chest. It don't matter where you're getting it off your chest, get it off your chest, man. So yeah, would you hop in that though?
That fight?
Yeah, would you get some of that?
Hell no, dude.
Cause you gonna get some of Cassius. I ain't know if like, cause T.O. is a lot older than Cash. I just figured like if you gonna kick up on Cash, you look at T.O. like, oh yeah, run that. Come on, Grandpa. No.
I'd probably stand the best chance against McNabb. Realistically,
he got size on you though, bro. He's a little thick now.
That's what I mean. I might be able to run around him a little bit though, tire him out.
Okay.
That'd probably be my best chance. If those three between Marsh, T.O., McNabb, probably McNabb.
I don't know, Marsh. I just feel like he has a mean like head kick for you, bro. I don't know why. I just feel like he could.
Who'd win, Marsh or T.O.?
I don't know, bro.
That'd be a good one.
I don't know. T.O. cut up. T.O. yoked up, but Marsh is like he knows something. I know. And I don't know if he does. No, it just looks like I just feel like he's just, like he just karate kid on us, man.
Yep.
Yeah. But let's see where. Oh, we did get another super chat came out, man. Shout out to Q. Q, major love, man. Absolutely. And Q simply says, on my night shift right now, but I had to tune in. Hey, Q, we appreciate you tuning in on your night shift. Hopefully you're not working too hard, baby. And, you know, if you are working and you happen to be working hard, well, stop working so hard. Relax yourself. Ease your mind, player. But I like how you getting that paper, though. The right way.
Yeah.
I like it, man. All right, let's get to this last division, man. That's what we are going to do because, man, we are on track right now, man. We are smooth sailing this thing, baby. So let's keep it going as we talk about the NFC South. First team we will start with is the Carolina Panthers. Can we start with Carolina? I want to start with Carolina today. We start with Carolina, man. They ain't got Teddy Two Gloves anymore, but they got Kid C Ghost, and I ain't talking Kid Cudi either. All right. So, how you feeling about them boys down in Carolina? You got a chance to see the starters too, man. Obviously, they just played against our Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah. Are you a believer?
I swear to God, any of these teams in the NFL anymore, like they have a decent wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, decent running back. Because that's what the Panthers. I mean, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore. Yeah. Sam Darnold turns it around.
Terrace Marshall as wide receiver 3.
Yeah, exactly. Then you got Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Still, they're probably the worst team in the division.
Dude, they got Christian McCaffrey and Chuba Hubbard as the backup. We like Chuba. Remember we talked about Chuba.
Yeah. Positive, Christian McCaffrey being back healthy. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Got some weapons on offense. How do you feel about Sam Darnold? I don't feel good about him, but I wonder if the Panthers had Darnold as like their first choice.
Ooh.
If they were thinking someone else. Maybe they were thinking Deshaun Watson at the time. Were they trying for Stafford at all? I don't remember the exact timeline, but I wonder if they believe in Darnold
that would have been
like
an option, yeah.
I wonder if they really believe in Darnold like that, because I don't. The case for him, though, is still young. Just
very
a shitty
young
situation with the Jets. Talented. We'll see what he does with Carolina. I think the main thing, though, is Christian McCaffrey coming back. That's the main positive. Another year for Roll to implement a system. Get acclimated to the NFL, I guess. Brian Burns ain't bad. Their corners ain't bad.
For me, positive is I like the skill position. You talk about Christian McCaffrey. You talk about Chuba Hubbard being his backup. I like both of those guys. They're very similar in terms of what they're going to try to do, right? So if McCaffrey were to miss time, like we saw him do a year ago, you have a guy that's going to come in and be able to pick up, not to the same level, but same framework. But the receivers are what gets me, man. DJ Moore, obviously Robbie Anderson, and then Terrace Marshall Jr. Those are the three for me where I'm like, because we were high on Terrace Marshall coming out. I liked him. And then when you pair him with a guy like DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson, I think that could be really good. My knock on them is Sam Darnold. I don't believe in him. And I don't like the left tackle, Cameron Irvin. I'm not a fan of him either. Yeah. When you have a quarterback that I don't really believe in and a left tackle I don't really believe in, it's hard for me to think positively about your team. And that's kind of where I am with them right now, man.
Their defense ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Their defense ain't bad at all.
They get after the quarterback.
Brian Burns, they brought in Hassan Reddick.
Mm-hmm.
He had I think he had 12 and a half sacks.
He did. Hassan, dude, funny thing with Hassan, man, and I got to shout him out because obviously I was out in Arizona with him. But it was different with Hassan because even though he was out there, he was a first round draft pick, he never really was utilized as like a edge rusher. They were trying to play him in the box. And he would struggle with it. Like mentally, you could see his head spinning at times. But I thought last year they really put him in positions where he could just cut loose. Now, I don't know if that was because of Isaiah Simmons, because he was struggling on the perimeter at times. But man, they brought in the way they were using Hassan last year. Man, I thought that was good. I was like, man, this looks good right here. This is nice. So shout out to him. I think he'll help them out.
Yeah, I don't think their defense. Man, I really like that draft pick with J.C. Horn last year. I had him as my number one corner. Jeremy Chin balled out. Dante Jackson solid. And you combine it with Burns and Reddick. They got some decent dudes on the line, too. Their defense isn't bad, but, man, dude, any of these teams, I'm telling you, it's like the same story with the Giants or the Eagles. They're like, you got some nice pieces on defense. Yeah. Question mark at quarterback, though. That's what it comes down to with Carolina. Like, if Carolina had a top 10 quarterback, I bet you we're feeling a lot different about them. They're probably like the second team in the NFC South. Yeah. Seriously, like their roster's not bad at all. I'm not a big fan of Sam Darnold.
I just don't believe in him, bro.
I'm not a big fan of him.
Maybe it was the ghost, but for me, I need to see more positive from him. At least with Daniel Jones, I feel like I've seen more positive lately. So I'm like, well, not lately, but we've seen enough positive in general, where I feel just more confident in him rebounding or just continuing to prove what we've already seen in him. With Darnold, I don't necessarily feel the same way.
They look bad against our twos.
Right. That was my thing. I'm looking like, bro, this is not our starting unit, and you are not lighting us up. This is not how this is supposed to work right now, man. Yeah.
So positive for me, McCaffrey. Negative. Darnold. It's unfortunate.
I can respect it, man.
I can respect it. I don't want to be that blunt, but I
I
think their defense is decent enough, and their offense, they got the pieces all around them.
Yeah.
So he's got to step up.
All right. So the next team we will go to is my the one that always got away, the one that always wanted me, but we never could create that holy matrimony. Hopefully, you've never had to experience that. But it happens. Atlanta Falcons we're talking about. Oh, Moats, what do you mean by that? Well, this is a team that's literally tried to draft me. They tried to sign me twice. And every single time it never worked out. It was always somebody getting me right beforehand. Every time I was supposed to go to Atlanta. Even when I thought I had my deal done in place to go to Atlanta. So how that turned out. We back in Pittsburgh. So yeah, that's the the team that we just never got that timing right. But how you feel about them, man?
Not good. Yeah. Not good at all. They're kind of in the Panthers class for me. They're low in the NFC South. Matt Ryan, always going to be decent. I don't know who the hell their running back is right now, though. Mike Davis is their starter. Are we expecting him to be the starter the whole time? They have Cordell Patterson as their second guy. What is going on there?
Well, didn't Cordell he play some running back in minute? It was like the awkwardest thing. But they tried to do it to him what they did in Green Bay. What was the receiver they changed over in Green Bay?
Yeah, Montgomery.
Yeah, they tried to do that for him.
Dude,
but Cordell's way bigger.
Mike Davis as RB1. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't love it. I don't feel good about that.
I don't love it at all. I wouldn't call it terrible. Yeah.
It's just not good. And then when you have you don't even have like a sleeper rookie or something on your wings. You have Cordell Patterson. Yeah. They must really like Davis. They did this before with what's his face? Michael Turner. Remember when he was with the Chargers, then they traded for him, like they made him the number one over in Atlanta, but I don't think Davis is on Turner's level at all. Turner was like pretty legit. Yeah. There's that. They lose Julio Jones, but then you bring in Kyle Pitts, Hayden Hurst. That's kind of like a decent little tight end duo.
Dude, the Kyle Pitts move is like, that's my fantasy tight end as well. So I kind of like him. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's get it, man.
One of their big problems, though, is their defense.
Yeah, brought in.
I think their secondary is pretty ass.
Yeah, well, AJ Terrell's in there right now, so hopefully
he's about it.
It's not too much booty out there.
No, that's about it. They don't really have anything after Calvin Ridley at receiver. That's why I brought up Kyle Pitts. Mm-hmm. He's going to be a pseudo receiver for them. Hayden Hurst is good, but I don't think they have enough weapons on offense, and their line isn't really that good outside of Jake Matthews.
Nah, because you're forgetting my boy.
Who am I missing?
My dog. It's a tight end. Not named Kyle Pitts on their roster. Put some respect on his name, man.
Who am I missing?
Put some respect on the starting tight end's name, man. Who the Titans you see on there, man?
I'm seeing Hayden Hurst.
You don't see it? It's another tight end up there, man.
Oh.
Put some respect on his name, man.
They got him starting.
Put some respect on my starting tight end's name, man. What's his name, man? What's the man's name? Say his name, Deke. You say his daggone name, man.
Lee Smith.
You daggone right, my dog Lee Smith is starting down there at tight end. That is my partner them right there, man. That's my brother from another right there. Love my dog Lee Smith. Going back to my Buffalo days, man. Lee Smith gonna show up that offensive line. Like I said, Lee Smith don't run no routes. He there to block. Lee Smith, he got them right. They got protection now. They good.
You think you don't feel like it's gonna be a wasted spot out there?
Nah, bro, chill out, man. Never waste the spot, man. Why you think they got him as a starter? Kyle Pitts isn't a starter on that roster right now. Lee Smith is. He beat that man out in training camp, man. Can't be no one-dimensional guy. I don't care about you receiving. Can you block though? What coach? Can you block though? Can you block though? My man Lee Smith be blocking, man. Shout out to Lee Smith. My dog, man. Marshall alum. Come on, baby. We are Marshall.
Is that how they do it down there?
I thought it was.
I've never seen the movie, but that's how they do it.
I knew how the movie ended, so I ain't want to watch it. I was like, cool. It's like, watch you 1993. I know how that ends. Cool. I don't need to watch it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that sticks out is just I don't know who the hell their running back is. I don't feel good about Mike Davis, but I think their defense. Yeah. Their defense is pretty much shit, though, in my opinion. Yeah. Like, Deion Jones is nice. Grady Jarrett's nice. Terrell's not bad. But, I mean, who else is there, really? I don't see anyone else. Like, their defense is going pretty bad.
Lee Smith. When you got Lee Smith on your team, bro, it don't matter. Because that's the home. You just need one of my guys. He's the guy.
This team's not going to be good. It's weird, though. They were competitive. They were bad record-wise, but they were competitive in some games.
They were in a ton of games. Think about how many blunders they had, whether it was onside kicks, just bad mistakes in coverage in the fourth quarter of games. Who did they have on the ropes early in the season? Was that Seattle? It was like 2 or 3 games back to back where they had like leads going. I know Dallas had one situation where it's like they had these leads, and then before you know it, you're like, how did you lose this? What happened here, man?
I'm not sure, and I don't really think they've done enough to improve here.
Hey, here we go right here, man. Let's go UW. He simply just said.
Maybe Mike Davis will be better than Gurley.
I doubt that, man. But it wasn't the same Gurley, but I don't know, man.
He started off he wasn't the same, though.
Yeah, them knees, man. It's a little different. Let's go UW. He says, just remember, keep your leads and onside kicks away from the Falcons. It's a severe choking hazard. Another cursed franchise. Let's go UW, man. You absolutely
the most neutral franchise, too. I don't think anyone has any hate for them. There's like no reason.
Even though I always had ill will towards Atlanta, not when Vic was there. This is non-Vic years because I love Vic. That's my dog. But do you remember Jamal Anderson, the Dirty Bird?
No.
Oh my gosh. Jamal Anderson was their running back, an absolute beast. He would do dirt every time he would score. This is the year when they went to the Super Bowl, right? So he'd come down that thing and go crazy, right? It was a cultural thing. Like people absolutely loved watching it. My issue was that year they were supposed to they were playing they were playing the Minnesota Vikings. This is Randy Moss's rookie year. So I've just seen Randy Moss torch my Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Him and Chris Carter, Rod Smith, and that's back when they had Cunningham doing the flea flicker play, right? And I was like, yo, this is nuts. And that was one of them games where Minnesota was supposed to beat them, go to the Super Bowl, and it would have been them playing Denver. I would have loved that. No, but what did we get? Atlanta finds a way somehow, some way to win that game. And obviously they go out there and get smoked by Denver. But I was just so heated because I felt to me like Minnesota was the far and away better team and should have won the Super Bowl. But because of that right there, they lost. And I'll never forget it, man. So I always got a little ill will. It's like, it's the weirdest relationship with Atlanta, bro.
You could say the same thing about them losing to the Patriots and like, hey, this was your chance to just, beat the Patriots, try to put a stop to their reign that they got going on. You're up 28-3. Can you just close this thing out? So maybe there is a reason to be pissed at them.
Yes. It made me hot, man. I was just hot, bro. It's Atlanta for you.
I just don't really see too much with this team.
ATL. The Dirty Bird dance was fire, though. Shout out to the dance. But for me, positives, outside of my dog Lee Smith, of course, Kyle Pitts and Matt Ryan. Just because they're going to help me on my fantasy roster. I don't have Matt Ryan, but I got Kyle Pitts. I expect a ton of garbage time productivity from him. I expect him to force feed him the ball. And by just, that, they should have good numbers. Matt Ryan, we know who Matt Ryan is. Matt Ryan is never awful either, right? He's always just forever good. He's never going to be great, but he's always going to, he had the one MVP. So, I mean, technically he did have a great year. He did. But for the majority of him, we know like where he is. He's not going to wow us too often, but he's never going to be terrible. I don't think they're gonna make any crazy noise, in the words of you.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go
better than the Panthers, though.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's tough. I could see either.
I like the quarterback better. That's for me, man.
Sure, I could see either one of those teams maybe going like 7-10, 8-9, but then I could also see either one of them tanking.
Absolutely,
they don't have a high ceiling, but. Yeah, their floors at like 4 or 5 wins.
Yeah, outside of Grady Jarrett, Deion Jones, and AJ Terrell, like I'm really not a fan.
No, they got nothing, man.
I'm not really a fan, man. I mean, Dante Fowler Jr. I mean, he was a guy who had a ton of hype coming out, but he's never really lived up to it anymore.
No,
I remember him. He was the Gatorade Tower guy. Yeah, and it really hasn't helped him out. Yeah, I'm cool on that, man.
What team's next?
Let's see. Where are we going next? Next, let's go to New Orleans. Let's have a little party down in the bayou. That sound good to you, man? Let's go down to New Orleans. No longer there, Drew Brees. New QB1. Yo, quarterback.
At least how the season ended. I thought Brees was hurt, actually. I mean, he's limited he's been limited with his arm strength a little bit, but he's been still putting up crazy good seasons over these past 2 or 3 years stat-wise. And keeping the Saints up. They would have went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago without that Rams call.
They would have.
So I feel better with a healthy Jameis compared to a banged-up Drew Brees last year. The problem is they lost some pieces on defense, and now Michael Thomas isn't going to be back there to start off the season. So I'm getting like a weird feel.
They didn't put him on PUP. What did they?
I think he's out 6 weeks.
So they did put him on the PUP. Then.
I think he's out 6 weeks. If I had to bet money,
see, I thought I wasn't sure if it was the IR list or PUP because it was the IR. There were just 3 games, but the PUP that's definitely the 6 piece. That sucks.
There's a lot of hype on Callaway replacing Michael Thomas, but then who else you got really? So you got this Callaway dude who is unproven, but a lot of fantasy people thinks he's going to be a stud. So if that happens, you just got him,
and then you got Deontay Harris. That's the other. He was more of the return man down there though for them.
Like they don't have like a bond. They never really do. It's like you Marquise
Traquan Smith. That's the other guy that they have. 4th-year guy down there, but he's really never had a crazy season. Last year, had 34 catches, 448 receiving, 4 tutties. So wasn't the most productivity from him either.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So their offense is a little shaky to start off. I do think
their O-line is nice though.
It is.
Their O-line is really good.
No, it is. No, you're 100% right. The thing with Jameis is I do think he's an upgrade, but I'm not feeling that amazing with the offense right now.
Yeah.
If Thomas was there, yeah, sure. Thomas and this Callaway dude. Now without Thomas, that's just to start the season though. So I don't think that's the end of the world. I think it's more that they lost some of those pieces on defense, like on the defensive line and everything. They're better than the other 2 teams. I think they're better than the Panthers and Falcons, hands down. You have Sean Payton and the continuity that they have there with the Saints. That's at least worth being better than those 2 teams.
Unless he goes to Taysom Hill.
That ain't happening.
You never know.
I would bet. I don't know if I want to say that.
Would you put an eyebrow on it?
I would.
Yes.
I would. Well, hold on. What's the stipulation?
I'm messing with you, man. Because no, it would have to be like them fully commit to him, and not because
like finish the season.
Right. It would have to be that. We're
not even like a game.
Yeah.
I would do it if like I would shave the eyebrow if Taysom Hill.
Like if it was a game in week 6 and he's like, "Yo, I don't want to see Jameis. We're going Taysom Hill this week." Like,
and then they finished the season.
That's what.
Taysom.
Yeah. But the problem is,
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I think it would be maybe 2 or 3 games, and they would flip back to Jameis. So that wouldn't work.
You're not willing to bet it because you'd have to bet an eyebrow.
Yeah, I'm not putting eyebrows on the line, baby. We don't rock with them. Messing no eyebrows, no hers. Come on, man.
That's how confident I feel in Jameis Winston over Taysom Hill, though.
Man, you were super confident about us beating the Bengals too, huh? Where's Coochie Man when you need him? Come on, baby.
I was really confident in that.
Yeah. Well, at least now, if you do it, you'll have a nice manscaper. You could just lawnmower 4.0.
That's true. I'd be able to see it with the lighting and everything. Cause I was down in like my basement bathroom whenever I shaved that eyebrow.
Yeah,
it was tough to see. It was tough.
That was a rough little.
It was
go,
like
man.
it was like a night. I was like,
it was a rough go for you, man.
Damn, man. But
keep the eyebrows, please. Keep your eyebrows.
Well, dude, you're the one that floated the bet out there.
I just couldn't help myself, but keep your eyebrows, man.
That's all I got with the Saints. I mean, they're gonna be solid.
Yeah, for me, man. When I think of the Saints, I do like the quarterback position. I think Jameis will be an upgrade from what they were dealing with last year. Just because I agree with you, I don't think that Drew Brees was healthy. And obviously, at times, they wanted to do the Taysom Hill thing. I wasn't a fan of that. As we saw, was it Denver they played against? And we're watching this like, yo, are y'all for real right now? This is terrible versus terribler quarterbacks. So, yeah. But the O-line is probably like what I like the most, man. I just think they have the most complete O-line, or at least in the conversation for the most complete offensive line in the league right now, man. Terran Armstead, obviously Ryan Ramczyk, and then you can't forget about Eric McCoy at the center spot, man. For me, that will get them through any transitional pains or any judgment issues with Jameis, because he's going to have time. But they also have the luxury that they know they can legit run the ball behind that line. You know, you got Kamara. Kamara is going to be a productive player. He always is. Now, as long as one of these other guys step up as well, that takes that pressure off of Kamara, because that's what we were talking about earlier in terms of just like him trying to do it all again. But with that O-line, man, I'm very, very excited about that. I think that they'll be able to do some things down there. But problem is, they're in the division with the Bucs.
Yeah.
And yeah, we know who the Bucs bringing back. Everyone.
Yeah, they brought back everyone.
Everyone, man.
Dude, the Saints, I mean, I don't know how big of a deal it's going to be, because they tried to replace them in the draft with some of these picks. They drafted Peyton Turner. They drafted Pete Warner, but losing Hendrickson like that.
Yeah, he was a 13, 14-plus sack guy.
And then they lost Janoris Jenkins, too. So, like, I'm not saying he's the best of all time.
Yeah.
I don't even think those first-rounders are even playing this year.
Yeah. So,
like, they got them low on the depth chart. They were saying, like, they were inactive in the preseason.
Yep.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine, but it's not one of those things where I really view them as Super Bowl contenders at this point. And especially maybe sneaking into the playoffs as the 6, 7 seed, but
and like I said, especially knowing who they have in their division as well, like that's my big issue, man. Yeah. So with that being said, you ready to go to that last team in the division, man?
I am ready.
Yeah. And before we get to that last one, G. Alexander, he was bringing up his Dirty Bird dance, you know, for the Atlanta Falcons. He said he Dirty Bird dancing his way to Mars right now.
Damn.
Hey, I hope you enjoying yourself, baby. You dirty bird yourself on out of that thing, baby. All the way. And Q also said, going back to Atlanta, he said, don't forget about Calvin Ridley. Most when I was listening off the guys who I think there will be good. Calvin Ridley's definitely good. And I know some people feel like he'll be even better now that Julio isn't there. You know, you lose a guy like Julio. Now it opens up a door for somebody else to step up and really take that role of I'm the guy, 100%, no debate anymore. Calvin definitely is going to be there. I know Kyle Pitts going to put a little pressure on him, though. And don't forget about my dog, Lee Smith. All right. Lee Smith might be the first option down there. I'm just throwing it out there. All right. So, Tampa Bay. Or Tampa Bay. Isn't that what people call it, too, right? Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they try to make another thing.
Are you a Tampa Bay guy or are you a Tampa Bay guy?
Yeah, there's no reason to switch it.
That's what I was like. This is Tampa.
Just keep it Tampa Bay. It's cool.
Yeah.
I get why he would want to do that, though, for branding purposes.
I mean, he is smart down there, right? They ain't caught that up in New England.
No.
Yeah.
I guess Tampa Brady didn't stick. But, yeah, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, yeah. Tampa Bay sounds way better.
Yeah.
It flows.
It flows better. This team's loaded. I don't know. I'm looking through it.
Bro.
What's the weakness? I mean, maybe safety. Jordan Whitehead. They got him starting. Maybe their cornerbacks aren't the best cornerbacks in the league. They're still pretty damn good.
Maybe their tight end position is a little old. Rob, you know.
You got O.J. Howard coming back, though.
I know.
Offensive line's good. You bring back everyone. Fournette, I don't care how many yards he gets in the regular season. If he's healthy in the playoffs, that's what matters. Between
Fournette, Ronald Jones, and Giovanni Bernard, they'll be fine. Like, they're legit loaded, bro. I'm even looking at their backup quarterbacks. They got your boy Blaine Garrett and Kyle Trask. We looked at Kyle Trask a little bit too, man. He was a little interesting guy.
No.
Some people they were trying to throw the Brady on him. That's what they were trying to say.
I thought people were comparing Brady to Mac Jones more.
Well, he got it the most, but I thought Kyle had a little bit of it as well because it was Ben.
I thought,
he was the Ben. Yeah,
I thought they were comparing Trask to Ben.
Yeah, Trask is Ben. Jones was Brady. Good call. Yep.
Trask is no Ben.
He's big though.
You can't beat out Blaine Gabbert on this depth chart.
Beat him out. You don't have to beat him out, man. You can just compete for clipboard duty. You think Tom Brady ain't gonna be out there?
That's what I'm saying. Man. The only way this team isn't as good as we think is if Tom Brady magically hits a wall this year, which I don't see happening. Nah, I don't see that happening.
I don't see it either, bro.
I think he could play for like another 2 or 3, to be honest with you.
He's still eating vegan smoothies and drinking low-fat salads. Like, I don't even know how you do that, man. But, yeah, he going to be fine.
Yeah, first year together last year. They won a Super Bowl. They go. What they end up? 11-5. They were 7-5 at one point. I think they rattled off crazy. 4 wins. Yeah, they won a Super Bowl together. They went on the road every game. Season. Yeah, they went on the road every game to Washington. Yep. What was the game before the Packers? They went on the road. They went on 3 road games though. They had.
Who was it? Washington was the open.
Yeah.
Green Bay was the NFC Championship game. Dude, why are we drawing a blank on this right now?
That is interesting. I don't know. It was Saints. It was the rematch.
You're right.
Saints.
It was. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they went on the road 3 times, and then they go back to home for the Super Bowl.
Which is crazy. How that whole thing played out like that. Yeah.
Team's loaded. They're winning the division. I don't have anything else to say. Positives, they get the whole roster back. They have Tom Brady. Negatives, like I told you, maybe their secondary isn't the best of all time, but it's still probably like a top 10 secondary.
Yeah, they have, as we were able to confirm on the show today, they have TB12. And he's healthy. He's still motivated. And he's social media. And this social media TB12, I haven't seen lose a Super Bowl. He won in his first year. Social media, Tom Brady is a Super Bowl champ in 1 year. He's still social media, and so until I see him stop social media or him not win another one, I'm just going to err on the side of caution and go, yeah, Brady is the answer for whatever questions might be there offensively. But, yeah, I think he's the huge positive. In terms of a question mark, dude, yeah.
I told you, I'm nitpicking. That's not even a negative to say they have like top 10 corners
down, maybe?
in secondary. Yeah, their defensive front's nice. Their linebackers are stacked.
Yeah. You know what? I got you, bro. Their kicker is Ryan Suckup, and their return man is Jalen Darden. There we go.
Actually, you know what their big negative is? Losing Joe Haeg.
Boom. Yep.
They lost some championship pedigree.
That's
right
what
there.
It was. And you know what else? Aaron Stinney was their starter at left guard. It's a JMU Duke.
Okay.
He started all the playoffs. He started all the playoffs for them, and that's how they won the Super Bowl. Now the guy that was the starter beforehand has returned.
He doesn't have that championship grit.
Exactly. So as long as my dog isn't starting out there, yeah, that's a problem then. That's a problem. But they did just activate my boy Earl Watford. He's another JMU Duke down there, Super Bowl champ as well. He just got activated from the COVID reserve list. Shout out to my dog, Big Goof. And then we also got Josh Wells down there. I'm just throwing it out there, man. We got multiple Super Bowl champs just returning to that roster. So forgive me if I'm a little biased towards them. It's a JMU thing. It's not a Brady thing.
Yeah, so I'm going Bucs, Saints. A toss up between Falcons and Panthers. Oh, you know what? I'll go Panthers over. Shit.
Oh
yeah,
man.
I'll go Panthers over Falcons.
You sure?
Maybe McCaffrey carries them. Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I think they got the better roster.
So I went to the poll just to see for giggles, not who would win the NFC South, because we know who's going to win the NFC South. The Bucs are 87% for the vote for who will win the NFC South, which is crazy. It wasn't 100%. But the following 3, it was pretty much identical. 5% for the Saints, 5% chance for the Panthers. So whichever one you want to go.
Low. Wow.
And then 3% for the Falcons.
Yeah, because you're picking the winner. You're picking the winner. You're not picking second place.
Yeah, in terms of winning the division. Yep. That's interesting though.
I'm flipping my. I think I'm going. Man, I can't choose between Falcons and Panthers. The one side of me is like I like the Panthers roster, but I don't like Darnold. Falcons at least have Matt Ryan.
I'm gonna take this sip and I'm gonna tell you mine right off the jump, baby.
You know what? I'm gonna guess you're gonna go Falcons at 3, so I'll do Panthers at 3. I'll flip it up. This will be the first division that's different.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Carolina Panthers at 4. Atlanta Falcons coming in at 3rd. New Orleans Saints in 2nd. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 1st. The returning Super Bowl champs. Got my JMU Dukes out there. Got my former teammate out there. Yeah. I'm rolling with them and former coaches over there too, man. Shout out to Larry Foote, man. So yeah, I like it.
Bruce Arians.
Well, he wasn't my coach, so I don't really know that dude. But shout out to Bruce though. He was the Kango guy.
Former coach for me, I guess, growing up.
He was your guy.
Yeah,
absolutely,
offensive coordinator around here.
Yeah, once a Steeler coach, always a Steeler coach. That's what they say.
He was good for us too, man.
I like that, man. I like that. Shoot, let's go through this one more time. Make sure we don't have anything left.
I think my chat froze up.
Oh man,
I'll pull it back though. All right, let's go UW. I got that as my first super chat. If that means anything to you.
No, you're good. We're good. Yeah, go with that one. Yep, you're good.
Is that the first one?
No, because I've already done the other ones.
Okay,
so you're good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go UW. Not only did Brady steal the Super Bowl MVP from JPP, but once again, last season Tom Brady gets all calls to go his way. I'm with him on some of the Brady luck and calls going his way, but at the same time, he always puts his team in position Brady, to do that, to have calls go his way or not go his way, because there have been situations. I'm trying to think about calls. I don't know if I could point to any calls that didn't go his way, but situations in terms of luck. He always gets
good breaks.
Yeah.
Always, whether it's the Raiders game, the Tuck rule.
But then you could say with the Giants games, man, like in those Super Bowls.
He got on the bad end.
He got bad breaks. But in terms, that's what I'm thinking. Calls, I don't know if he's had any calls really go against him that cost him. He's had some bad breaks, though. But he's always put himself in position, like him and his team.
I'm trying to think that I don't remember, a call, how that pass interference was in New Orleans, right? I don't remember him having a egregious thing go for him either, though. I mean, we have the Jenkins.
I think Jacksonville in that AFC Championship game, that was egregious.
That was it, though. I'm testing what else? I know we talk about the scandals and stuff like that.
The Tuck rule, right?
Right. But that's what I let off with. Yeah.
The Tuck rule, that one. Yeah, what calls?
But see, I don't think the Tuck rule was egregious, though. I think the Tuck rule was more. It's a judgment call, and we're all having to react to what we think it is or not. Whereas I thought the Jaguars one was definitely more egregious.
That was bad, man.
Yeah.
Whatever pass I can't even remember what the exact play was, but whatever pass interference that they called, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta think. Game breaking calls. I think on a game to game basis, whenever you go up against, in the past, I felt like he got way more calls. Him and Manning, they would get more calls than Ben. I'm trying to think of another physical quarterback at the time. Cam Newton
never got the call
in the early decade. We would say with Cam and Ben, they wouldn't get those same type of calls in terms of quarterback hits, unnecessary roughness, whatever they were calling with Brady, Manning, and some of the quarterbacks that weren't as physical as those guys.
Yeah,
that was definitely one thing.
Because they almost rewarded the guys for not being physical and punished or penalized the guys that were physical.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of calls. I mean, I'm thinking of breaks. I mean, the 28-3 comeback against the Falcons, he had some breaks go his way with the fumble. The Falcons had a fumble that ran into the end zone. No, trust me, all the credit to Brady there for that comeback. But that was one break that had to go his way. The Seahawks game, the interception in the end zone.
That's not a but.
That's definitely a break.
But both of those are malpractice on the Seahawks for throwing the ball when Marshall had just ran the ball for 5 yards. And then I look at that on the Falcons for not running the ball in the second half. Bro, run the ball. You up 28-3. What you doing?
Anything recently? Anything else? I mean, those were two, in the Super Bowl.
No, you know what you could say? Green Bay Packers decided to kick the field goal.
Well, there's that, and even just the awful calls before halftime where they're letting Brady he's just wide open in the end zone. There's how much time left on the clock? Let's just give them a free 7 points.
Could definitely go there.
Well, even the pick, I mean, the Rodgers pick, I think that was right before half, which led to the touchdown. That was a borderline pass interference. He grabbed on his
for it.
Yeah. So right there, that's how many point swing. Yeah. So there's cases in there, but the point with Brady is he's always fucking in it to where these calls can go one way or another because that is football. Yeah. It does seem like he's gotten a lot his way, but I don't think it's to the point where you're chalking that up to his greatness or making that a knock because dude's great, man. Dude's great. He just wins.
I like that, though, man. I can respect it. He definitely does win. All right. So we're going to check through this one real quick. Make sure we're not missing anything before we head on out. All right. Oh, and I think the dude you were talking about, Sakith. So he did just ask again, how did Moats and Deke meet and create this podcast? That's the one, right? Man, check it right on the YouTube channel. Just type in how Moats and Deke met and have all the info up for you, man. It's about a 15-minute video we said?
Sure.
Yeah, around that range. Yeah, but watch that. That'll tell you everything you need right there. Also, quick reminder, once again, we'll have Banner Tuesday starting tomorrow, starting at 12:20, man. We'll have the big man joining us on. Quick little, 30-minute action. Have a little convo with him. So make sure y'all tuning in for the Upper Room members only, man. It's exclusive for the Upper Room members. For the Upper Room. So with that being said, man, hope y'all enjoyed the show. The start of the season, the rollouts. Obviously, we talked about the new merch. Once again, that's all available under all the videos and in all the description boxes as well. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your night. And until next time, baby.
Peace.